To Baltimore, lots of thoughts and feelings and emotions about Johnny Unitas' passing. For more on that, let's go to our sideline reporter, Brent Harris.
An absolutely emotional day here in Baltimore. The intangibles is what define Johnny Unitas. Rams Hall of Famer once said of Unitas, it's not his arm strength or his football knowledge that made him so great. It was simply his courage. Well, today the fans of Baltimore are paying a fitting tribute to the Golden Arm. The Ravens marching band came onto the field today playing the old Colts fight song. Letty Moore, his former teammate, helped unveil the number 19 that sits on the sidelines. And Johnny Unitas' old high blacktops, the ones he wore when he threw his final touchdown pass here in Baltimore, will sit alongside his number. It is definitely a fitting thank you to Johnny Unitas here on an emotional day in Baltimore.
Thanks very much, Brent. And the number 19 is everywhere to be seen here in Ravens Stadium. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have won their last 3 road openers. Baltimore Ravens have won their last 2 home openers. The Ravens have won the coin toss, elected to receive. Excuse me, the Bucs have won the coin toss. They will receive. These two teams met late last season in Tampa, and the Bucs won that one 22-10. J.R. Jenkins, the kickoff specialist, getting set to kick to Aaron Stecker. And we are underway in Baltimore. Stecker, who averaged nearly 30 yards per return last week, straight ahead. Tripped up as he got to the 20, falls forward to the 23-yard line. The tackle made by Ed Reed. The Bucs on offense. The line looks like this, as Bill mentioned at the top, restructured with Cozy Coleman in starting at right guard. Kenyatta Walker, who was inactive last week, starts at right tackle. Keyshawn Johnson, Keenan McCardell are the wideouts, Ken Dilger the tight end, Allstott and Pittman start in the backfield. Allstott at fullback. Brad Johnson to Michael Pittman. And the Ravens stuff it.
Easy up, easy.
Ravens defensively in a rebuilding mode. You'll see a lot of youngsters. They still have a core of veteran stars in that lineup. They've switched to a 3-4. Kelly Gregg, the nose tackle. Tony Weaver, the rookie out of Notre Dame. The linebackers, the familiar Peter Boulware and Ray Lewis. Ed Hartwell played well last week. Cornell Brown starts this week. Ed Reed, the rookie out of Miami, a first-round draft pick. 2nd and 10. It's Allstott out of a one-back formation. Gets up close to the 25-yard line. It was Ray Lewis with penetration. He didn't have all that much penetration last week, Bill.
No, and for this side of the ball, as you look at it, the Tampa Bay Bucs offense and the Ravens defense, both of them kind of in an overhaul mode. Both of them trying to learn new schemes, new terminology on playing. But last week, there was a feeling out process. The team on this side of the ball that gets the early hand, the hot hand, will dominate this game.
Bucs come out with 4 wide receivers. And the toss to Pittman. Slips a couple of tackles and really powers his way up close to a first down. So they came out with 4 wides and they ran the ball, and Pittman ran it hard.
Well, a lot of times when you play that 34 defense, and we'll be talking about this a lot, I played nose tackle in a 3-4 alignment, and things that bother it are when you spread it out. When you get their offense all spread out. That time with the 4 wides, it creates seams. Now at the end of this is just Michael Pittman dragging and plowing his way forward to pick up the first down.
2 tight ends in. Marco Battaglia now shifts to an H-back position, and Pittman flanks out to the left. Brad Johnson gets time, and he hits Keenan McCardell, who throughout his career has played very well against the Baltimore Ravens. That's his 79th career catch against the Ravens, a pickup of 8 on the play, and Ray Lewis seems to be shaken up a little bit. Ray Lewis hurting, trying to stay on the field. Collects himself and stays in. 2nd and 2 for the Bucs. McCardell motions. Johnson to McCardell. First down across the 45-yard line. Only one player has caught more passes against the Ravens than Keenan McCardell. That's his former teammate Jimmy Smith in Jacksonville. Good start for the Bucs after that pickup of the first down by Pittman.
Oh, and especially after that first down. After the pickup of the first down, they had manageable downs. 8 yards on that little square-in route by McCardell. Then you're faced with 2nd and 2. John Gruden, that's the kind of things he wants out of this offense, manageable downs.
Big Ten backs in there. The play fake by Johnson to Jameel Cook, the fullback. First down. And he is down to the 40-yard line. Ed Hartwell made the stop. But there's use of personnel by John Gruden.
Well, what they did on that time is they had 3 wide receivers. They split out 3 wide, and they took everybody downfield. They took them downfield and stretched this thing out. And then underneath, see the vertical passing route of the wide receivers? Then underneath, there's nobody covering the fullback, Jameel Cook.
Pick up a 14 on the play. Bucs go with 3 wide receivers. Dilger has moved to the right now. He motions back. Short drop by Johnson. Pressured and sacked by Peter Boulware. Peter Boulware, who was injured during preseason, had a sack last week. He led the AFC with 15 sacks last season.
He's working over here to the right of your screen, and this is just the line is taking a slant, and that clears everybody down. You see the tackle Kenyatta Walker come down. He came down with the defensive end inside. Cozy Coleman came down in the inside, and then it was one-on-one. The back had to get out there to pick up Boulware. It was no match.
6 defensive backs in for the Ravens on 2nd and 16. Johnson being rushed, throws to Keyshawn Johnson. He held on to it. He juggled it, but held on down to the 27-yard line. Ed Reed, the rookie out of Miami, made the stop.
Last week, Keyshawn Johnson caught 5 balls, had 76 yards, and this is where I feel that this is where he's good. Right in that zone in there, right on the seam routes where he throws the ball right down the hash marks. Inside, his physical presence, the size of his body, he's really good in there. He's good around people. There's not many receivers that are good in traffic. Keyshawn Johnson is. Picked
up 20 on the play. Keyshawn in motion. The handoff to Pittman. He's upended. Good tackle by Marquez Douglas, the 4th-year man out of Howard University.
Marquez Douglas is number 94, and where he's going to be, he's to the right side, the left side, I'm sorry, right over the guard, Kerry Jenkins, 71, and he just takes that shoulder, just jumps in that gap and then closes inside, disrupt. Anytime your defensive linemen get across the line of scrimmage, it's tough to get your running game going.
4 wide receivers for the Bucs. Pittman, the lone back. Pittman carries, bounces it outside. Nice run by Michael Pittman inside the 20. Was hit by Alvin Porter and Ed Reed. Ray Lewis also tracked him down on the play. Good run by Pittman.
Oh, outstanding. He starts to sink to the right. You know, he's kind of like Sonic the Hedgehog, you know, that video game. He starts one way, stops, and then zzz, his feet are going, and then he stops, and it gets going again. And when he gets it, he gets a head of steam going real fast out of a dead start.
3rd and 2 for the Bucs. 3 wide receivers for Tampa Bay. Alstott in the backfield. Johnson being rushed, gets it out to Alstott, and he's tackled by Anthony Mitchell. Stopped short of a first down. And Mitchell, with a strong play, man who made his first NFL start last week, comes up from his strong safety position to make the tackle on Mike Alstott. So a good drive by the Bucs. Stalls inside the Ravens 20, and the field goal kicking unit is on. Martin Gramatica will attempt a 36-yarder.
Marquez Douglas is what stopped that drive. They were having manageable down and distance until he was disrupted in the backfield.
Tom Tupa is the holder. Mike Stallwell, the long snapper. And the 36-yarder is through. Gramatica was 2 for 4 last week. He starts off perfect. the Bucs take the opening kickoff. A good drive that stalls, and Grammatica puts 3 on the board. Tampa Bay has the lead.
Red 79, blue 18, hot, hot.
No matter who you are or what you're into, isn't it nice to know you'll be accepted?
That's why the Redskins' biggest fans, the Hogettes, make sure to bring their Visa cards to the Forecast Boutique. Visa, the official card of the NFL.
Do I look fat in this dress? Yes.
How's it going back there?
He doesn't look too good.
Right or left?
Right. Look at me. Hold on, buddy. Hold on. Here we go.
Why can't we just have a cat?
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by Southwest Airlines, proud sponsor of the NFL and official airline of Super Bowl 37.
A big football hero here in Baltimore. Mr. Baltimore would always stand on the 30-yard line to the left of the Ravens bench. Johnny Unitas. So the Bucs, 12 plays. That's what New Orleans did to them last week in the first quarter. Short step up by Grammatica, kicked it high, and it's taken by Ron Johnson, the wide receiver. Fights his way up to the 34-yard line. Jermaine Phillips makes the tackle, and the Ravens will go on offense for the first time in the game.
I love playing two-hand touch, eating way too much, watching my team win with the Twins. I love quarterbacks eating dirt, pom-poms and short skirts, fans who won't quit, and those Twins. And I love them too! Here's the football!
Try the NFL XL deal from Pizza Hut and Pepsi. An extra large pizza at an extra small price. And a free 2-liter Pepsi. Only available this season on Sundays and Mondays, so call today. Only at Pizza Hut. You make the call. We'll deliver the deal.
You've been shopping for cellular.
Yeah, I don't know which way's up anymore.
I think I can help. You'll be fine now.
At Sprint stores, wireless becomes clear with helpful salespeople, the best selection of phones, and great deals. Right now, get 3,500 minutes for $34.99 a month and save up to $100 on select PCS phones. Sprint stores, wireless made clear.
Why do I rent from Enterprise? For more cargo room, more people room, or more headroom. Enterprise. So easy, it's like having a second car. Or third.
Pick Enterprise. We'll pick you up.
Fox Tuesday. Step away from the vehicle.
Isn't it too early for you to be hopped up?
See Eric and Donna's California reunion. And how Kelso kept busy with Jessica Simpson.
You don't love her. Well, I love parts of her.
That 70 show premieres at 8/7 Central, Fox Tuesday.
The memory of Johnny Unitas lives on. His high-top shoes, the number 19. Chris Redman, very close to Johnny Unitas, wearing the modern-day high-top shoes in honor of Johnny Unitas.
Both of them alumnus of Louisville.
That's correct. Jamal Lewis, who ran strong last week, goes across the 35 where Dexter Jackson tripped him up. The Ravens They have the great Jonathan Ogden at left tackle. Edwin Mulatalo was a left guard last season. He's trying to play right tackle. Mike Flynn, Casey Rabach, Benny Anderson. Ron Johnson starts at wide receiver. Travis Taylor's got a sore shoulder but will play. They came out in 2 tight ends. Now they come out with 3 tight ends. Todd Heap, number 86, goes in motion. Short drop by Chris Redmond, and a pass almost intercepted by Rondé Barber. Stepped in front of Todd Heap and would have had a touchdown had he held on.
Well, that was all Rondé Barber. He just dropped the ball. You study film, you get in the film room, and you just know what routes they run. And that's exactly what happened here. This is just an out, and Rondé Barber sat on it, saw it, and jumped all over it.
Rondé Barber had 10 interceptions last season when he went to the Pro Bowl. On 3rd and long, Redmond drops it off, and that one was almost picked off by Simeon Rice, the defensive end. Trying to set up a screen pass and threw it right into the hands of Simeon Rice.
The entire defensive line for the Bucs sniffed that out. They get over there with the pulling center and guard and tailback as fast as Redmond was there. It was all over it.
So, a shaky first offensive series for the Ravens. Dave Zastudil, rookie punter, is in. Carl Williams deep for the Ravens. There was good pressure on Zastudil. It rolls down close to the 20-yard line. Turns out to be a good punt for the Ravens. They'll return 43-yard punt. Baltimore Ravens cut short on their first offensive series.
Yes! Yes!
What is it?
What is it? We found a seller, Kim & Sons.
We found a buyer. Where?
On the web.
Where are they? On the web.
It's a huge order.
It's half the cost.
It must be from overseas.
Oh, it must be from overseas.
We're going to make a fortune.
We're going to save a fortune.
Thank you, Archie.
Thank you, Kim & Sons.
IBM can help small companies sell to big companies, wherever they are.
To Phoenix on just one tank. Fuel-efficient Golf TDI.
Taste buds, 2 kinds. The little yes man sitting at the tip of your tongue sipping new age mango flavored tap water, and the boys in the back of the class getting all the glory. So for them, there's new Red Fusion from Dr. Pepper. Red Fusion, who's your soda?
Introducing Mach 3 Turbo. Total comfort shaving down or up. An anti-friction coating on the blades, plus a strip with more lubrication. So even against the grain, there's less irritation. Mach 3 Turbo, new from Gillette.
Fox Monday. Fox and National Geographic take you live where no one has gone in thousands of years. And when Egypt's oldest tomb is open, you'll be the first to see what's inside. Pyramids live at 8/7 Central, Fox Monday.
Monty Kiffin, defensive coordinator for the Bucs, had to be happy with the first series. His team stops Baltimore for 3 and out. They were very unhappy with their tackling last week.
Last week, 12 plays on the first drive, 11 plays on the next drive.
2 tight ends for the Bucs. Pittman bulls his way across the 25, picks up 5 on the play. 5 carries, 21 yards for Michael Pittman.
Take a look at the first quarter ball control for the Bucs. Last week, they were out there for 6 plays in the whole first quarter, Sam.
Yeah.
Right now, they're at 11 plays, dominating the first quarter. Only 6 minutes to go in the quarter, and it's role reversal. Now they're putting it on Baltimore. Baltimore only 3 snaps so far offensively.
Michael McCreary is in at right defensive end for the Ravens. Pittman and Allstott, with Johnson checking off. The short drop, it's out to Pittman. And he races down the sideline and steps out of bounds up at the 38-yard line. It's a first down for the Bucs. 12-yard pickup. This week, the Bucs want to protect Brad Johnson. Last week, he was on the ground a lot. Despite the fact that he connected on a good percentage for his passes, he was being hit, and the prayers were going out. Please save Brad Johnson. It continued on and on. He was sacked 3 times, hit 22 times, knocked down 17 times. And he told us he was sore and exhausted after that game.
Well, and you know, watching the tape, they can't keep that up because the guy wouldn't make it through the season. And one thing I noticed is that last week there was a lot of, they were behind, they were trying to get something going, and there was a lot of 7-step drops. And he's a sitting duck at 7 steps. Just so far in this game, they've come up, it's been 3 and 5 steps, and the ball's been coming out quick.
Aaron Stecker in the backfield. Johnson, 7 for 7 as he connects with Stecker. Lewis chases him down, brings him down at the 42. Short pickup on the play. How about all that movement and motion, Bill, for Tampa Bay?
Well, it is deceiving a little bit at times, and it can confuse a defense, and it changes the strength. Just as I say, 3 and 5 steps drops, he shows up in a 7-step drop. But the key thing is there's the offensive line and the good protection up front. And that's where it was lacking last week.
Posey Coleman in for his first action. He was injured before the first preseason game. And Kenyatta Walker, who started at left tackle last season, now starting at right tackle. 3 wide receivers for the Bucs. Everybody out. Johnson completes to Pittman. First down. Out of bounds. Near midfield. We've got an NFL update. It's coming your way, courtesy of JB.
Sam and Bill, Joe Horn and Aaron Brooks had big plays on his 68-yard drive, but it's McAllister, Deuce McAllister, capping it with a 4-yard run to pay dirt. 7-0 Saints over the Packers. Back to Sam Razer and Bill Moss.
I got to tell you what, JB, the speed of that New Orleans team is just unbelievable. Offensively and defensively, collectively, you talk about team speed.
First down at midfield. Allstott with his first carry of the game gets a couple of yards. Adanius Thomas, number 96, made the stop. How's Mike Allstott fitting in to the John Gruden offense, you think, Bill?
Oh, not yet. Not yet. I think what you have in him is a guy that right now is a situational player. He's not a true fullback. We've established that years ago in the aspect of a lead blocking I-back type of guy. He's a guy that's a big back in a single back set, has some swivel to him, and is very good at catching the ball out of the backfield.
3 wide receivers for the Bucs. Here comes Bulware on the rush. Pittman with a blocker gets taken down by Adanius Thomas at the 44-yard line. A lot of short passing stuff.
Oh, this was a little screenplay. You know, this is what they were trying to get done. This is exactly what Baltimore was trying to get done on their first possession. But they did a nice job of it here. They set this thing up well. And what bought that thing time to develop is the backpedaling. Brad Johnson, being a veteran quarterback, he knew. He just kept dropping back and back, and the rush kept coming at him.
3rd and 4, 3 wide receivers. Dilger goes in motion. The blitz is on. It's picked up by Allstott, and a pass too low, incomplete. Intended for Keenan McCardell, and he was covered well by Chris McAllister.
That was a tunnel. Keenan McCardell formed a tunnel with his arms and his legs. Watch right here, Allstott, and there's the blitz pickup. He picks up Anthony Mitchell on the outside. It bought that thing time, but there was the flag. There was a stick route, and it wasn't enough. McCardell let it go right through his arm.
First incompletion thrown by Brad Johnson. Tom Tuchel with a punt way up in the air. McAllister waits for a fair catch, lets it bounce, and the Bucs have it covered. Corey Ivy was down there. The ball bounced out of bounds at the Ravens 3-yard line. Good punt by Tupa, 41 yards, angled beautifully into the corner. And Corey Ivy, the rookie out of Oklahoma, down in a hurry. Had it stayed in the field of play, Ivy was there to down it.
How's it going back there?
He doesn't look too good.
Right or left?
Right.
Look at me. Hold on, buddy. Hold on. Here we go.
Why can't we just have a cat?
Introducing the Cheese Extreme Quesadilla. See mozzarella, pepper jack, cheddar, and nacho cheese sauce form a taste to die for. Don't miss the new Cheese Extreme Quesadilla.
So good.
Makes you want to be bad? Hello?
Hi.
Hi.
Let's play The Stranger.
Okay.
When someone gets home tonight, someone should be wearing a naughty French maid's outfit, a blonde wig, and holding a six-pack of Bud Light.
Me like you, the stranger.
Oh, you meant...
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never lets you down.
Wow, hello, stranger.
Make it a Bud Light.
The perfect micro-assassin. It will take two extreme agents to stop it. Antonio Banderas, Agent X.
That's how I deal with stress.
Lucy Liu, Agent Sever.
My turn.
Ballistic, X versus Sever. Rated R. Starts this Friday.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by Sprint. Introducing PCS Vision. Clearly a whole new way to look at wireless. By Enterprise Rent-A-Car. We'll pick you up. By Taco Bell. Think outside the bun. And by Volkswagen. On the road of life, there are passengers and there are drivers.
There's a threat of rain here in Baltimore, but thus far it's held off. It is cloudy, but it's around 80 degrees. There is a bit of a wind, and the Ravens are going into it from their own 3. They have Travis Taylor and Brandon Stokely at wide receiver. On the draw play, Jamal Lewis. Across the 5 up to the 7-yard line, and the middle linebacker Shelton Quarles and Rondé Barber combined on the tackle. Jamal Lewis, who missed all of last year after rushing for 1,364 yards as a rookie, over 100 yards in the Super Bowl, and then tore up his knee in preseason, training camp.
And the thing that he likes to do, it's self-proclaimed. He said, I want to take a 2-yard run that I say and make it a 4-yard run, a 4-yard run, a 6-yard run.
On the play fake, Redmond outside for Stokely, broken up by Rondé Barber. Barber was on one side, now he's on the other side. He's becoming the star of the defense.
Yeah, he really is. And I think he started last year. Of course, with the number of interceptions he had last year, you can understand why. 10 led the whole NFL. And he's a guy that really studies and he knows tendencies. There's only so many routes a receiver can run, Sam. And there's only so many formations that you can come at you with. And that's what you have all the motions for, to try to confuse you. Rondé Barber is a very smart individual, and he doesn't let all the shifts in motion fool him. He studies the body parts and what routes are going to come out of him.
Redmond is 0 for 3 thus far on 3rd and 6. He throws. He's got a man open, but he missed. Intended for Brandon Stokely. And it's 3 and out once again for the Baltimore Ravens. And a tough start for Brian Billick and his team on offense. And Redmond 0 for 4. I don't know if he's feeling the emotional effects of the Johnny Unitas passing and trying to honor his memory, but it's been a tough start for Redmond, who's been known for his accuracy. Dave Zastudil deep in his own end zone. Carl Williams standing at the Baltimore 44. Zastudil with a good high punt. Backs up Williams to the Tampa Bay 44. Avoids a couple of men. Trying to pick up some blocks. He does. Williams trying to get outside. Zastudil, the punter, trying to stop him. He's around him. Williams going to the end zone. Touchdown. Touchdown, Carl Williams. 56-yard punt return. The 5th punt return for a touchdown in Carl Williams' career. You know, and he waited to pick up a couple of blocks, Bill, and then he broke it.
Well, yeah, as you watch this thing, he's going to start out to the left here, and then he's going to bring it all the way back when he sees the flow of bodies going this way, and then he stops. He waits. He waits for Rondé Barber to throw a key block there.
Big block by Rondé.
We're just talking about the things that he does on all aspects of the game. Rondé Barber, what a football player.
Gramatica's extra point is good, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers with a big boost. There's a flag on the play. Holding against the Bucs is the preliminary indication.
Offense. Number 81, 10-yard penalty. Replay the try.
It's Marco Battaglia, the tight end. So that'll move the Bucks back 10 yards.
He's the wing on that side, and they had some problems. The Bucks field goal unit and extra point unit had some problems last week. Got one blocked, and it's a unit I'm sure all week long that they were working especially hard on.
Tupa's the holder. This will be a 30-yard extra point try. And it's right through. Grammatica on target. The Bucks, with Carl Williams providing the big touchdown return, lead 10-0.
There's a light in your soul that says you're one of a kind. Don't never let it go. Be original, an individual, yeah, like Dr. Pepper. Be you, do what you do. Dr. Pepper. Be you, do what you do. There's nothing better. Be you, do what.
So you're signed up with 31 premium movie channels and NFL Sunday Ticket. Great.
Yes. That's your move? Yes. It's a big play, man. DirecTV. Come on, show me what you got. Whoa. We gotta work on this. That's right. That's right.
Yeah, what copy's yours?
NFL Sunday Ticket. Up to 14 regular season games every Sunday. And it's not on cable. Now get our best programming package free for 4 months.
Hi, Joe.
Hi, FedEx guy.
Let's get to work.
So it can store up to 1,000 addresses. It lets you print labels and find a drop box. It can email you when the package has been delivered and more. FedEx.com is just like having your own FedEx guy.
Hey.
Yeah?
Kind of freaked me out, man.
No matter who your favorite team is, call 1-877-NFL-SHOP for your free team catalog.
Martin Grammatica is set to kick off for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Late first quarter. The Bucks with the special teams touchdown. A good opening drive, have controlled the play and gotten great defensive play against the Ravens. It's Robert Tate, the former Minnesota Viking, who's back deep as the return man.
Therefore controlling the clock and therefore controlling field position.
White Smith, the key man with good speed on cover teams for Tampa Bay. Grammatica's kick coming down to Robert Tate at the 10. Tate gets upended, submarined on the play. Special teams were key last week. The Jets got 2 touchdowns from Chad Morton. The one on your right was in overtime for the win. Morton Anderson, with time expired, kicked a field goal to win for Kansas City in Cleveland. And then, of course, there was this one. Tom Tupa, under pressure, wild throw. It's an interception in the end zone. And special teams today, Carl Williams for the Bucks with the touchdown. Ravens from the 20. Play fake by Redmond. Under pressure, got it to Jamal Lewis. Across the 30 and up to the 33-yard line. They started from the 25. Shelton Quarles made the stop on Jamal Lewis.
You know, one of the strengths about Redmond, as you talk to all the coaches and the people that have been around him, is his pocket toughness. He stands in there when he knows bodies are going to be around him, and he's always looking downfield. He's not jittery. He's a tough-minded kid. His father was a football coach, and he just pocket toughness. Not a presence, but toughness. Standing in there and looking downfield when he knows he's going to get hit.
2 tights, 2 wides, and Chester Taylor. First NFL carry for Chester Taylor, and he's pushed back by Warren Sapp. Your first NFL carry for Warren Sapp. Flag on the play. It's going to be unnecessary roughness. Chester Taylor, the 6th-round draft pick out of Toledo. And Sapp, you can see, pointing to his head, he knows he made a mistake. That'll tack on 15 yards.
Foul. Unnecessary roughness. Defense. Number 99, 15-yard penalty. Automatic first touchdown.
Little WWF on the part of Warren.
Well, yeah, there was a little bulldog in there going on. A little rodeo bulldog. You know, grab that steer head. But that being said, Chester Taylor never started running, never stopped moving his feet. His feet just kept going and going, and he was fighting, and the whistle wasn't blown.
Jamal Lewis being checked out on the sideline by the medical team. Alan Ricard and Chester Taylor in the backfield. And it's Taylor up to midfield. Picked up a yard on the play. Checking his side or his ribs. Took that pass on first down, first play of the drive.
Got popped when he was on the ground, too.
Let's go 2-2. Oh, excuse me.
3 tight ends for the Ravens. On second down. Everybody out. Redmond goes outside to Todd Heap, and he's hit immediately. Good play by Brian Kelly. We've reached the end of the first quarter. The Ravens and the Bucks, 2 teams looking for their first win. And the Bucks have gotten the good start. A field goal by Gramatica and a touchdown as they remember Johnny Unitas in Baltimore.
I need a car. No, a convertible. A red one. With under 15,000 miles.
Autotrader.com. With 2 million new or used cars, you can find the one you really want. And with millions of shoppers, you can sell the one you already have. It's the ultimate automotive classified site. Autotrader.com. Your car is waiting.
Sports' biggest month of the year starts October 1st on Fox.
Rock you with 0% APR for up to 60 months or cash back up to $3,000 on built Ford tough trucks like the best-selling Ford F-150, the best-selling Ranger, and the ultra-tough Super Duty. There's even military appreciation cash back available. Ask about it when you see your local Southern Ford dealer today.
Introducing the Pilot, built by Honda, with our advanced VTM 4-wheel drive system. Invent a shortcut.
Sports' biggest month of the year starts October 1st, only on Fox.
Sam Rosen, Bill Moss, and Brett Harris back at Ravens Stadium in Baltimore. The Bucks with a good first quarter. Over 11 minutes time of possession. Ravens just short of 4 minutes. 3rd and long. Ravens have to get to the 41-yard line. 5 defensive backs in for Tampa Bay. White Smith has come in out of the shotgun. Redmond being rushed. Completes to Heat, and he's got the first down. Greg Spires brings him down at the 41. That's a big play by Redmond with Rondé Barber blitzing.
Well, that's exactly right, Sam. You're going to take a look here, and where you're going to find, we're going to find Rondé Barber, and he's going to be coming right in here. Here's Rondé Barber over the slot. He's going to be coming inside on the blitz, and Redmond noticed it right away. He saw the blitz, and he rolled to that side where Heap would be. Excellent job by Redmond identifying it and getting away from it, throwing the ball precisely.
First down, Ravens at the Bucks 41. The toss to Jamal Lewis is back. Just had the wind knocked out of him. Fighting his way for a yard to the 40-yard line. Derek Brooks, who had 12 tackles last week, made the stop. Somebody's helmet came off. And it was Derek Brooks.
I think there was a lot of talk last week after the Bucks lost their opener down there, you know, and this defense and, you know, the yards they gave up and the drives they gave up.
Big time.
And everyone asking that question, hey, are they getting old? Did they get old overnight? Lynch missed a few tackles. Is that Sapp getting old? Is Brooks getting old?
Lewis straight ahead. Spins across the 35. Simeon Rice with the stop.
I think a lot of it is, no, I don't think they're old yet. I think, yeah, you know, the nicks and injuries that you accumulate over the years, they affect you a little bit, but I think you play in that same defense all the time. And sometimes you take for granted the things that you need to do hard over and over and over.
Have only one guy over 30 years old on that starting defense.
Yeah, but they've taken a lot of snaps together over the years, Sam.
On third down, Lewis straight ahead. Sapp was there, fighting off the block. Stops Lewis short of a first down at the 35. It's going to bring up 4th and 4. And let's see what Brian Billick decides to do. He's sitting on the punting unit.
Well, take a look at Sapp. He's right there, 99, and he's going to just jump inside on that. Well, that's quick recognition. When you have third down and 4 or 5, you're thinking pass, and you're going to get upfield. He takes that hard step up the field, and then he comes back down underneath when he recognizes it's run. That's a quick reaction.
Carl Williams is standing at his 10. Dave Zastadil punts it way up in the air, bounces down at the 3, takes a Ravens bounce, and it is downed at the 5-yard line. Bart Scott was the man who downed it. Good field position for the Ravens defense.
Sport utility rocket. Escape pod. The all-new Toyota Matrix. It's something else.
You're looking at people getting answers to the most important questions they'll ever ask. Questions about their own health, their children's, their parents. You're also looking at something that never existed before. A way to make truly informed decisions about everything from when to visit a doctor to what questions to ask when you get there. WebMD. 16 million people come to WebMD every month. They come to learn about a condition or a diagnosis, to check prescriptions for interactions, to chat with experts, or each other. We help them navigate our thousands of medically reviewed pages to find exactly what they need. Information that used to be scattered in 100 different locations, now all in one place. The place America comes for healthcare answers. A place called WebMD.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by WebMD, the place America comes for healthcare answers. By Toyota, get the feeling. By the flame-broiled Whopper from Burger King, America's favorite burger. At BK, you got it. And by Dr. Pepper and your local Dr. Pepper bottler. Be you. Nothing's better. Dr. Pepper.
Baltimore defense 2 years ago, the best in the NFL, restructuring this year. Anthony Weaver on the line, Maake Kimoyatu, free agent pickup, and Ed Reed, first-round draft pick. The youth starting for the Ravens. From the 6, the Bucks, Allstott, hit for a loss. Good penetration by Cornell Brown, who's back starting at outside linebacker.
Take a look at Cornell Brown, number 90. He's going to be right here. And what he does is he attacks this thing to the outside once he realizes what it's going to be. See him fight through it, squeezing down on the read, and then fighting through the gap. And that's gap control. A 34 defense is playing 2 gaps. You just don't go 1 gap like Tampa Bay does.
Allstott and Cook in the backfield. Swing it out to Allstott. Hit and drop the ball. The pass is incomplete. Chris McAllister with a blast on Mike Allstott. Brings up 3rd and long. What a hit by McAllister.
McAllister outside on Keyshawn Johnson. Watch the read off of this. As soon as he sniffs out what's going on, what a close.
McAllister, they'll probably lock him up to a long-term contract pretty soon. On third down, Johnson rolling, throwing, and completes to Joe Juravicius. He's got a first down up at the 19-yard line. The big wide receiver stopped by Gary Baxter.
Well, that's the word you use, Sam. Big. I want you to take a look here. Here's 83. Now watch what he does here with his size. See his body? Just his position alone. He's taking Baxter down. He's getting that push upfield. And as soon as he gets past the first down markers, just his body turning back to the quarterback, that's like a shield, a wall against the defender.
Good size for the wide receivers. Johnson quickly outside to Pittman on first down, and McAllister wrestles him out of bounds at the 24-yard line. Chris McAllister is one of the key people on defense that they want to lock up. They've locked up Ray Lewis. They've locked up Peter Boulware. And Brian Billick wants to get McAllister locked up, and those will be the basis for the rebuilding of the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah, other than Michael McCrary, who is now a sub player. He comes in on pass rush situations. You're talking about the three guys left over that won this team a Super Bowl defensively.
2nd and 5. At the 25, quickly outside, caught by Keyshawn Johnson, but right on him, Gary Baxter. Second-year man out of Baylor.
I'll tell you the one thing that this defense is doing as they're feeling their way through. Mike Nolan, the defensive coordinator, has said, we got to just learn to play together. We're doing some things, but when you put in a new defense and you're feeling your way through things, you have to learn to play together. The one thing that they're doing is they're closing on catches. Everything that's underneath them, these guys are closing hard and limiting the yardage after the catch.
So the Bucs need to stretch the field a little bit and go downfield?
They don't stretch the field. They don't have a vertical passing game.
The toss to Pittman. Cozy Coleman leads him around the corner, and he's pulled down up near the 35-yard line. We talked about defense. The Ravens have gone to a 3-4 defense. Bill Moss explains it to us.
It's got, disadvantages is that they get out onto the linebacker. That's the one thing that happens. But there's 3 down linemen, and they're always going to get pressure. The problem for the offense is they never know where the 4th and 5th rusher is going to come from. It could come from any of the 8 other defenders on the field, and that's what poses problems for the offensive line.
Pump fake by Johnson, nobody open. Now he throws deep, wide open was Keenan McCardell. It was overthrown, but there's a flag on the play around the Ravens 45. And we may have illegal contact here against the Ravens.
Defense, number 28, 5-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
Gary Baxter called for the illegal contact. So the Bucs up close to the 40-yard line get a first down. Baxter, who played 6 games last season, now a starter, just kind of getting over a hamstring injury. Allstott and Pittman in the backfield. The draw play to Allstott. And he is pulled back and slammed down by Maake Kimoyatu, the rookie out of Utah.
It's hard for the draw play to work, Sam, against a defense, because these guys, see these guys right here, it's just 34 defense. They're playing 2-gap. They're reading the guy in front of them. So they're not getting upfield. So when you're reading the guy in front of you, watch, he's tied up, he's tied up, he's tied up. Nobody's upfield, so it's easy to come off and close. The draw play is difficult to run against a 2-gap defense because you're not getting penetration up the field. And that's what the whole draw is for, to slow down a pass rush.
McCardell in motion. Johnson, pump fake. Doesn't find anybody. Dropped it off to Allstott. Thrown back. Short pickup across the 40-yard line. Good defensive play, and Ray Lewis gets pumped. He made the hit on Mike Allstott.
You know, I talked about that 34 defense, and you don't know where the 4th and 5th rusher's coming from. It's a lot like St. Louis's offense. St. Louis's offense does everything out of their regular personnel. They don't have to sub a bunch of guys. Well, the concept of the 34 defense is they have just a base unit out there, and they can do a lot of variations. They can jump down into a 4-3. They can blitz you. There's a zone blitz you. There's a lot of things they can do without changing the personnel.
3rd and 11. Johnson gets time, completes to Pittman for a first down. Beautiful moves by Pittman. His 5th catch of the game. He's down to the Ravens' 34-yard line. Michael McCreary finally caught up to him from behind. Brad Johnson is now 13 for 15, 125 yards, and time of possession is over 30 minutes for Tampa Bay.
Well, the pass protection was good. Look at the time he has back there, and that ball's thrown right on the money because Ray Lewis had Michael Pittman out of the backfield. And then there's that Sonic the Hedgehog thing I was talking to you about. Stops, and he goes, and then he stops here, and he chops his feet, and he runs over here.
5 catches for Pittman. Allstott straight ahead on first down, gets a yard. Well, they talk about wanting to run the ball more. Tampa Bay's passing game has been brilliant today.
Yeah, and a lot of it has to do with the fact that the offensive line is giving him protection. See, last week, they faced a mad blitzing team against the New Orleans Saints, and they were a little bit in disarray. And some of the schemes that Jim Haslett comes up with in New Orleans are really deceptive. You engage with this guy, then he runs back in the backfield, and another guy comes, and you don't see much of the blitzing yet from New Orleans. You're going to see it as they get, from Baltimore. You're going to see it when they get closer to the red zone.
11th play of the drive for the Bucs. Under pressure, Johnson gets rid of it, intended for Todd Yoder, the tight end. He was hit by Kelly Gregg on the play. Let's check out what the Falcons and Bears are doing. Take it away, JB.
Hey, Sam, after a pick by Fred Weary, a lot of poise being shown by Michael Vick. Look, waiting for the defender to clear, then whips a pass to Ward Dunn. Dunn's 3rd touchdown of the season. Atlanta trying to come back after a heartbreaking loss to Green Bay last week. Up 7-0 over Chicago. Sam and Bill.
Thanks, JB. Doesn't Michael Vick look good to you, Bill? I mean, he looks like a new player out there.
He looks quick.
Here's 3rd and 9. Johnson throws it, completes to McCardell. There's a flag on the play. McCardell gets down to the 25, close to the first down marker. And the penalty is against the Ravens.
Yeah, you're going to have Alvin Porter, number 24, grabbing a hold of Keyshawn Johnson.
Illegal hands to the face. Defense, number 24. Penalties decline. First down.
Right off the jam. He just watch the hands come up into the face. Right here. And he just keeps it there and rides it out.
Alvin Porter having to cover Keyshawn Johnson. That's a size mismatch. First down for the Bucs at the Baltimore 25. McCardell in motion. Pittman carrying. And a short pickup on the play. Maybe a yard. Total ball control for the Bucs in his first half.
Here's a look at that front. You see here's a 34. They're tightened down here a little bit. They've got guys here 1, 2, 3, and then this is the linebacker up top here, and then there's 40. Now this is what gives you a 4-man look in the line. That's exactly what that does. Now you go into the 4-man look. See, that's Boulware with his hand down on the ground at the top, and now you have a 4-man front look. That's where the deception comes in, and you can do a lot out of it.
4 wide receivers for the Bucs. Johnson under pressure. Throws incomplete, flags on the play. In the Ravens' backfield, it's against Baltimore. Looks like a holding.
Holding. Defense. Number 58. 5-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
Peter Boulware called for the hold. So penalties creeping in for the Ravens.
And see, now that's where he had to widen out there in the slot, and that's where you maybe get a little bit of a mismatch. Not that he hasn't played there before, but here it is right here. There's the hold. Tries to get Keyshawn Johnson. See, you know, and for Peter Boulware, he, in all fairness, he's a pass rusher. To me, when I think of him, And when he has to drop back in the slot or widen out in the slot and cover that slot receiver, that's tough.
The toss to Pittman. And he gets inside the 20 to about the 17. Ray Lewis and Cornell Brown in on the stop. Pittman 7 carries, 28 yards.
Hey, and when you take a look here at your guy, the old giant, number 83, right here. That's Joe Jurevicius. Watch him in motion and watch him come down inside and crack on the defensive end. That's Tony Weaver, the rookie out there. And, you know, that's something new you learn playing out there when you're a rookie. You don't expect the wide receivers to come down and crack on you, and you don't expect them to be that big.
15th play of the drive for the Bucs. On second down, Johnson completes to Allstock. Lost the football, but out of bounds. And it stopped it around the 12-yard line. Cornell Brown and Chris McAllister in on the hit. Brad Johnson has been sacked once today after being sacked 3 times last week. But he's only been hit 3 times. And he has had a strong first half. 15 for 18. This drive started on the 6-yard line and has lasted over 7 minutes. Second drive of the first half that's gone over 7 minutes for the Bucs. The play fake, Johnson drops it off, incomplete. Trying to get it to Marco Battaglia. The tight end, Chad Williams, rookie out of Southern Mississippi. 6th-round draft pick, was all over Marco Battaglia. So after the long drive, second long drive for the Bucs that has stalled, and now Gramatica will attempt a 30-yard field goal.
Well, Baltimore got lucky there, Sam. They really did. They had a late substitution, and if they'd snapped the ball, there wouldn't have been anyone out there covering the wide receiver.
Gramatica's kick, a little wind pushed it back toward the upright, but it goes through. Gramatica 2 for 2. The Bucs dominating time of possession. They've had the ball over 34 minutes. They lead 13-0.
My dear Dr. Lecter, I have admired you for years. I have some things I'd love to show you. Investigator Graham interests me. You should have taught him not to meddle. I don't believe you'll tell him who I am. The important thing is what I am becoming. I am the dragon. Before me, you tremble.
Red Dragon, rated R, at theaters Friday, October 4th.
Dehydration. It can't be predicted. It can be prevented. Nothing has been tested and proven to hydrate athletes better or faster. Gatorade. Is it in you?
Hey, America, I'm the new 99-cent BK value menu. You guys like bacon cheeseburgers?
Sure do.
3 strips of bacon.
3?
Yeah, I'm looking good.
Yes, you are.
Yeah. You guys single?
2 of us are.
Yeah.
Not me.
Yeah, you get off on the next floor.
The all-new BK value menu speaks for itself. Now, get 11 items for 99 cents every day. And have it your way in more ways.
Fox Wednesday. Live life in the fast lane.
Let's go for a ride.
Entertainment Weekly raves it's Miami Vice meets the Fast and the Furious. With style and speed to spare. From the director of Charlie's Angels. Fast Lane, the series premiere at 9/8 Central Fox Wednesday.
That last drive lasted over 8 minutes, and you got to figure that the Ravens defense could be wearing down, Bill.
Well, they're doing okay against the run, but where they're not holding up is the open routes of all the receivers.
Gramatica's kick to Robert Tate, 1 yard deep. Tate falls forward to about the 28-yard line, and the Bucs with a 13-0 lead. The Ravens need to get something going on offense.
Get in, get in, get in.
Are you tough enough to drive a Tacoma?
Ready?
Need a better way to check out phones? At Best Buy, we've got the brands and plans you want, even the latest like Virgin Mobile and PCS Vision from Sprint. Best Buy. Go ahead, turn on the fun.
NFL Sunday is brought to you by Coors Light. It's up and it's good. Coors Light, official beer sponsor of the NFL. Rock on.
We know about the great passing that Johnny Unitas did, but what sometimes got overlooked is how tough he was in the pocket, fighting off hits like this one to the head, which they didn't penalize then. Or how about that head slap? Johnny stood in the pocket, took the hits, completed the passes. The great legend of Johnny Unitas.
You know, it's funny how the things you used to be able to do to the quarterbacks and the things you can do now.
Redmond under pressure, gets rid of it, almost intercepted by Al Singleton, and it falls to the ground. Bucks have been close 3 times to intercepting passes.
And you know, normally the Ravens are in their dark home jerseys, and when they're home here, they usually wear purple. Of course, they chose today to wear the lighter color ones. You have to turn that in early with the league. On this day, they're figuring it's probably still going to be warm here, humid, hot in Baltimore, and heck, you're being at home. Maybe he just thinks he's got to know to throw to the light colored jerseys.
On second down. The play fake, and down he goes. Ellis Wims, the second-year defensive end out of Mississippi State, with the sack. And the Bucks have now had at least 1 sack in 46 consecutive games.
And that was right over. There's no breakdown there. That's just man-to-man. He beat Edwin Mulatalo. I mean, that's all that was. He got the jump right at the snap and had the edge of Mulatalo, who's, in all fairness to him, you know, it's the first time he's actually playing tackle. Not today, but this year. He's a guard.
3 wide receivers in for the Ravens. Redmond short to Jamal Lewis. And he's brought down. Derek Brooks and Dwight Smith combine on the tackle. Short of a first down. Third time, 3 and out for the Ravens in the first half. Have to correct the time of possession. We're trying to get the exact time, but it's dominated by the Bucks. I said over 30 minutes before, and that certainly is incorrect since we're still in the first half. The time of possession way in favor of the Bucks. Carl Williams had a 56-yard return for a touchdown earlier. Dave Zastadil gets away a strong punt with the win. Williams from the 21. Picks up 1 block, and then he stays on his feet. Now he's buried at the 26-yard line. John Jones, number 88, was the first man to hit him. 52-yard punt, 5-yard return. It's the Bucks ball on offense again.
Starting a small business takes a burning entrepreneurial spirit, a singular bold vision, the courage to fight an endless uphill battle. But that's not all you need. Oh no.
We need some furniture.
Not to mention the tools to manage your cash flow. That's why you need the Visa business card, because Jules Seltzer Furniture, like many other places, doesn't accept any card from American Express.
I love these chairs.
Visa Business, it's everywhere you want to be. Get started at Visa.com.
Hey, let's go to the reservoir.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Mom, it's me, Josh. Listen, we got a flat, so I guess I'll have to stay at Dave's house tonight, okay?
Okay.
Really?
Sure. Josh, just one thing. Dad's BMW came with Goodyear run flats.
And they'll run even if they're flat. They will?
Mm-hmm. So I'll see you in 30 minutes, okay?
All right.
What?
Josh tried the flat tire thing, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Prom night on the wings of Goodyear. In a world where 2 was special and 3 was unheard of, one man dared to say,
4? You gotta be insane!
4 unique tastes push the Cheese Extreme Quesadilla into the 4th dimension of flavor. The heat is on when mozzarella, pepper jack, cheddar, and nacho cheese sauce form a taste to die for.
So good.
Makes you want to be bad?
Don't miss the new Cheese Extreme Quesadilla. For 4D flavor, think outside the bun.
Let's do this.
Looking for some action on Friday night?
Time for some thrilling heroics.
From the critically acclaimed creator of Buffy the Vampire Slayer,
Who's flying this thing?
Firefly.
Oh, right, that would be me.
The series premiere at 8/7 Central Fox Friday.
Now we have the correct time of possession, and it's still way one-sided for Tampa Bay, 19.5 minutes. Ken Dilger, the starting tight end, has got an ice bag on his right elbow and is out.
Did you just say way? Way one-sided?
Way one-sided.
No. Way?
Dropped it off to Alstott. With room to run, he barrels his way up to the 44-yard line. Ray Lewis and Chris McAllister make the stop. We're coming down to the 2-minute warning after a 16-yard pickup, a first down for the Bucs.
I got to tell you, the right side of this offensive line, look at these guys right here. They're doing a heck of a job. And that's Cozy Coleman back, and also Kenyatta Walker. And that difference in the change certainly is buying time for Brad Johnson. Not under the rush he was under last week.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by Gateway. Check out the new incredibly fast all-in-one Gateway Profile PC. Only from Gateway.
Danny sets me up on this blind date with this girl, Angela, and I'm thinking she's a little shy. She gets up and starts shaking it right in front of the table. So she says, take me to Vegas. We're having the time of our lives. It's kind of getting hot, kind of getting dirty. She's got this sexy tattoo with a knife piercing a heart.
Wait a minute. Angela?
Thank you. Yeah.
That's my sister.
Life is best told over a great tasting Miller Lite at a place called Miller Time.
That's not funny.
The Insurance Institute for Highway Safety subjected full-size pickups to their crash test, a test performed at even higher speeds than those conducted by the government. In the end, Tundra earned the highest overall safety rating for full-size pickups. Toyota Tundra. When we say better from the ground up, we mean a lot better.
October is a month that could be magical, mystical, and if you're a big-time sports fan, maniacal. It's got football, we've got postseason baseball, and it's all on Fox right through the World Series. The NFL will be rolling. You got to watch Fox in October. That's all there is to it. Brad Johnson, 17 for 21, throws incomplete. Pittman, the closest man to it. Pressure from Peter Boulware on the play.
You know, I think Baltimore needs to find a way to create pressures. I know they're young and they're still learning a lot of the defense, and you don't want to gamble too much, especially with the rookies that are out there in the young secondary. But unless they find a way to get pressure to Brad Johnson, they're not going to come out of the passing downs in the passing situation and have the passing success that they're having. You've got to force them to do something else.
Can you do it even with the short drops that Johnson is taking?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Get up in his face.
He throws outside, completes to Joe Juravicius, pushed out of bounds by Anthony Mitchell at the 47-yard line. Second catch of the game for Joe Juravicius. former Giant, had a big year last year and signed as a free agent with the Tampa Bay Bucks. He seems to fit this offense pretty well.
Well, he loves it. I talked to him earlier this morning downstairs in the locker room, outside the locker room, and he just loves the things that they do down there. He just says he feels rejuvenated. He's got a new life. He felt like he was beat down before, Sam. He said he just feels like Gruden just picking him up, just injecting him with energy.
Bucks have called timeout. Talk things over on a 3rd and 6. Brad Johnson has had a terrific first half.
Yeah, and the big thing is, I think, is that he's had the time to do it, Sam. You know, last week, as you mentioned, saw a little package he put together of all the hits he took, and he was lucky he didn't get hit. So far today, he's 18 of 23 for 155 yards and only got sacked 1 time. And that was on a pressure defense that got after him. And since then, they haven't been able to get there with the 4 rushers or the 3 rushers. They just haven't been able to get that pressure yet.
And he's completed to 7 different receivers, Bill.
Now that's part of Gruden's deal. Gruden will spend all those hours in a film room trying to create mismatch. Get a linebacker matched up with a running back.
On 3rd down, Johnson hit as he throws deep, and it's out of bounds. Overthrown with Joe Jurevicius downfield. Big pressure on the play by Adelius Thomas.
And Chad Williams. And that's the free safety.
Little safety blitz.
Yeah, and he came in, and that's the nickel package they had in there, and they came in and he got some pressure. And that's what you have to do, I think, to slow down Tampa Bay. If you don't get pressure on Brad Johnson, you know where he's going to be. He's going to be sitting right there in the pocket. Either 3, 5, or 7-step drops. He's going to be right in the middle. You got to get there.
Second punt of the game by Tom Tupa. A line drive toward the corner. McAllister lets it bounce, and through the end zone it goes for a touchback. And don't forget, at halftime, we've got the Visa halftime report. JB, Terry, Howie, John Elway's in the studio. They'll check out scores, highlights from around the league, and of course, the Fox Sports ticker keeps you updated with up to the second stats. John Gruden. Michael Pittman is his lead running back after Warwick Dunn went to Atlanta.
Yesterday I saw him in the hotel lobby. He had on an authentic number 19 Baltimore Colts jersey, said Unitas on the back. I'm glad to see that the players recognize it.
Jamal Lewis gets a couple of yards. Well, John Elway said it in the pregame show that Johnny Unitas was the guy that built the popularity of the league, helped build the popularity of the league, and they wouldn't be sitting where they are today. The players wouldn't have what they have today without Johnny U.
Yeah, but, you know, a lot of times the modern-day athlete doesn't recognize the things that some of the pioneers of the game, people that play this game at an entirely different state of mind, an entirely different state of finances as well.
Second and long, the play fake by Redmond. He fires and completes to Brandon Stokely. Big pickup by Stokely up to the 47. Wakes up the crowd. The best offensive play of the game by the Ravens. 25-yard pickup.
Now Brian Kelly, the corner outside. Well, this is going to be to the other side, actually. Brian Kelly on the other side, he just played a little bit too aggressively. He was up in that jam, and he bit hard on the outside, and he came with a slant back over the middle.
First catch of the game by Brandon Stokely. The Ravens, now out near midfield, use their first of 3 timeouts. 53 seconds remaining in the first half. A half dominated by the Bucks. But if the Ravens could get something here before the half, that would be a big lift, I would think, Bill.
Well, at half it's dominated by the Bucks, but still the Baltimore defense has held them. You know, and it's a 13 points. If you've had time of possession, over double.
And let's not forget the one touchdown was a return by Carl Williams. Heap in motion. Redmond out of the shotgun. Swings it out to Jamal Lewis. Try to roll over Rondé Barber, but Barber is an outstanding tackler. Brought him down at midfield, and the Ravens use another timeout.
That's smart.
Brian Billick says the master plan is for 1 year. 1 year of pain, and then get back into the playoff mix.
Well, yeah, that's his plan. He thinks he can do that with take the salary cap hit, take it for 1 year. Let's not drag it out over several years. Let's really take a thumping this year and get these young guys some experience and find out what we can get when we get a little bit more cap room. You know, build through the draft. They've done an excellent job over the years of building through the draft. I feel Phil Savage, their director of college scouting, is one of the tops in my opinion. But I don't know if there is a master plan when it comes to football, especially when it comes to athletes. You know, it's really hard to see what you're going to get. Sometimes you just fall into things. I think San Francisco's living proof of that. They fell into Jeff Garcia.
Yes, they did.
Or they may still be rebuilding.
On second down from midfield, the blitz coming all out. The pass is dropped. Thrown a little behind Travis Taylor. But it certainly was a catchable ball.
Travis Taylor suffered a little shoulder injury. Watch this pickup. You're going to see these guys coming. They're going to come, and this thing gets picked up. Boom, boom. The back picks up here. Everything. He's got time. Redmond has time. The ball thrown a little bit behind Travis Taylor.
Here's 3rd and 7 for the Ravens with 3 wide receivers in. Jamal Lewis in the backfield. Redmond being pressured. Jamal Lewis gets a first down. Derek Brooks made the tackle. He must have a loose chin strap because his helmet came off for the second time.
I don't know how, honestly, I don't know how helmets come off in games. I really don't. And I've seen some brutal hits. I just don't understand the fitting of it. If your helmet is that loose and it pops off like that, to me, it's not fitted properly.
Redmond spiked the ball on first down to stop the clock. Ravens still have 1 timeout remaining.
When I used to take my helmet off, I'm telling you, it was an effort. Now, yeah, I know. Go ahead with the big head jokes, okay? But honestly, it was like popping a champagne cork. You got to pull that thing out and pull it out. It was tough, and I think that's. Wait a minute. It always amazed me. You know, I talk about quarterbacks' concussions, and I see their helmet popping off left and right. Well, heck, if there's that much room in there, no wonder your head's smashing against the side of the helmet.
Got the play clock set. Ricard and Lewis in the backfield with Chris Redmond. Redmond with time throws deep for Stokely, and it's incomplete. Double coverage by Rondé Barber and John Lynch on Brandon Stokely. And that one was almost intercepted.
Well, there were 2 receivers over there, and Stokely, I thought, actually had a hand on it at first, and then Lynch comes into the picture. See Rondé over top of it? And the ball was in the middle. Stokely just made sure that thing got knocked down.
3rd and 10 for the Ravens. 3 wide receivers in for Baltimore. The Bucs jump. Redmond fires. It's incomplete, but they'll get another chance at it. Simeon Rice jumped offside.
Offside. Defense. Number 97. 5-yard penalty. Repeat 3rd down.
That was the hard count by Redmond, and that's one thing the Tampa Bay Bucs defensive linemen do. They know that was a veteran move actually by Redmond. Pretty smooth in the pocket. You know, he has 16 seconds on the clock, and he's back there. He's thinking about, hey, I got to drive this team down. I'm thinking about scoring. And a lot of times in 2-minute situation, the quarterback's going on the same count, Sam. He gave him a hard count there and bought himself a free shot and 5 yards.
11 seconds remaining. They've got time for a play and a field goal try. Heap in motion. Redmond throws too high. Travis Taylor, the closest man to it. Let's see, will he try the long field goal attempt?
Yep.
Yes. J.R. Jenkins, the kickoff specialist, the man with the strong leg, rookie out of Marshall, comes out for what will be a 55-yard attempt. Wind at his back. Zastadil is the holder. Joe Maese, the long snapper. And the kick is blocked. Low kick blocked. And the Ravens come out of the pile with the ball. Simeon Rice heading downfield, and he's taken down by J.R. Jenkins. The ball was still alive, and Simeon Rice came out of the pile with it.
Well, they came right up the middle. I thought number 94, Greg Spires, got that ball. They came charging right up the gut.
Spires was one of the men who helped block the field goal try. End of the first half. Tampa Bay leads Baltimore 13-0. Visa halftime report next.
Fox Tuesday. See Eric and Donna's California reunion. And how Kelso kept busy this summer with Jessica Simpson.
What can two virgins do to kill an afternoon?
There is something, but it's wet and dirty.
Sold! That 70s Show season premiere, followed by the premiere of Grounded. Plus, catch America's biggest stars like you've never seen them before.
Check.
You would!
Overactor!
Shut up! World's funniest movie outtakes. It all starts at 8/7 Central, Fox Tuesday.
Here's a new spin. 0% APR financing on every 2003 Chevy. The new ones. Get 0% APR on every 2003 Chevy Impala. That's one sweet deal on a stylish sedan that's fun to drive with a standard 180 horsepower V6 engine. Get in for 0% on the 2003 Impala. New 2003 Chevys, 0% APR at your Southern Chevy dealer.
Do you know you are 1 year old today?
First birthday.
Goodness. Happy birthday, sweetheart. Oh, that's good.
Let's open the present.
Okay, you want to go open the present? Let's see what we got here, huh? Oh, look. What's in that box, Daddy? Oh, my goodness.
You got a big screen TV.
Where can you get the top 6 names in projection TVs? Where can you get great credit options? Where can you get a price match guarantee? Sears, where else?
At Toyota, not all SUVs are built the same. They're each amazing in their own way. There's the adventurous 4Runner, Highlander, the SUV with a car-like ride, the RAV4, stylish and fun, and Sequoia, the V8 that seats 8. You're going to find the SUV you're looking for, even if you're not sure which one that is. And now get 0% APR financing for 24 months, or $1,250 cash back on the 2002 4Runner. That's right, 0% APR, or $1,250 cash back.
When reviewing the Lexus LS430, Automobile Magazine said, no car in this class has more inviting leather, a more comfortable ride, a superior stereo, or a more logical navigation system. Perhaps this is why, for the second year in a row, Automobile Magazine has named the LS430 the best luxury car over $40,000. To its owners, it's the best luxury sedan in the world. The LS430 at Lexus of Clearwater and Lexus of Tampa Bay, Tampa.
I'm Keenan McCardell, and you're watching the Bucks on Fox 13.
The Visa Halftime Report is brought to you by Visa. It's everywhere NFL fans want to be.
And welcome to the Visa Halftime, along with Howie Interior. Yours truly, James Brown. Let's get you caught up on the action in the NFL at halftime. Not pretty with Tampa Bay. A little disagreement along the sidelines. And Tampa Bay's up, though, by 13.
The Ravens honoring the great Johnny Unitas, who passed away this week. All going to miss him. Football action, hard to get going, but let's get it going. Carl Williams on this punt. Takes it up, goes inside, turns on the speed outside JB. 44 yards, then takes his way on his own 44. Takes it in from 56 yards out. Tampa Bay off and running as Gruden on the sideline. Bucks up 13-0. Gruden and Keyshawn Johnson got into it on the sideline. Brett Favre 5-0 in the Dome, counting college. But this game starts off wonderful for the Saints. McAllister, 4 yards, touchdown, 7-0 Saints. Favre then passes deflected, picked off. There it is. Gun that baby. There it is. Darren Smith says, thank you very much. Ending a streak of 158 consecutive regular season passes without an interception. And then Brooks, play action. action, rolls right, finds the young man Pathon, Jerome Pathon, 5-yard touchdown, 14-3 New Orleans. Then watch the ball is deflected. Great job by offensive lineman Jerry Fontenot leading the coverage. There's the young man Stalwart, Dante Stalwart, taking it in the rookie out of Tennessee, 34-yard touchdown, 21-3. Hello, Chicago, Atlanta, Miller. Back to pass, picked off by Fred Weary. Up inside, up outside. Runs like Howie Long at Villanova. Bounces to the outside. And then Weary, very weary, outside. No score at this point until Michael Vick. Watch the great decision making by Vick. Sees that the linebacker's there to take away the wide flare. Holds it, lets him clear. Then he finds Ward Dunn. Touchdown, 10 yards, 7-0 Atlanta. Up the middle goes Anthony Thomas. Touchdown Bears. Got a great game. Falcons up by 3, 10-7 at the half.
All right, Carolina, take a look at TB. What's happening? Rodney Peete looking good.
Rodney Peete blitz. Man-to-man outside. Muhsin Mohammed, 22-yard touchdown. That's a corner route. Fake it to the post. Back to the corner. Beautiful job by Rodney Peete. 10-0 Panthers looking to go 2-0 on the year over the Lions.
Including the preseason, Patriots have won 10 straight. Jets have won 4 of the last 5 meetings. Right now, Patriots on top. And look at the Dolphins. Peyton Manning, 16 picks against the Dolphins coming in. He's thrown 3 today, and they trail. Titans, Steve McNair out with the concussion. We'll find out whether or not he'll be back in the second half. Jaguars and Chiefs, close affair, 3-point difference there. And the Browns on top of the Bengals, 10-0 in that contest. Tampa Bay and Baltimore, disagreement on the sideline. Keyshawn Johnson and John Gruden.
Well, Keyshawn has to know that there's 2 things that you can bank on in Tampa Bay playing for John Gruden. Number 1, if you're playing wide receiver, you're going to catch a lot of balls. And number 2, you're not going to win a lot of arguments with the head coach they traded 2 number 1s, 2 number 2s, and paid $8 million for. Get along.
I can agree with him 100%. Tampa Bay needs this game very badly. Very emotional game there in Baltimore, but the passing Unitas.
Good insight.
Not really.
The Visa halftime will continue right after.
And he's honest.
Visa is proud to celebrate the fans this season. Visa, it's everywhere NFL fans want to be.
It happens every October. Sports' biggest month of the year takes flight. Fortunes are turning. Momentum is shifting. October's magical matchups only on Fox.
One bad parent, 1 bad player, 2 bad attitudes. The new Fox Wednesday. It's good to be bad. It's parenthood uncensored.
I believe kids need someone to talk to.
The Bernie Mac Show.
You mind if I give them your number?
Cedric the Entertainer presents.
I'm a cup of coffee. I'm hot, black, and strong.
And Fastlane.
This is a life of crime. You don't drop cover.
This is Derek Brooks of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He supports the United Way. He has a way with kids.
Okay. Who wants to sing my favorite song?
Good.
Who's my favorite player? Mr. Derek Brooks. 153 tackles, 36 assists, 2 times All-Pro.
How many?
Welcome back to Baltimore. Sam Rosen along with Bill Moss. Buccaneers with a 13-0 lead, and they blocked a field goal try right at the end of the half. Bill, take us through it.
Yeah, well, I want to take a look here at John Lynch and Shelton Quarles. These guys actually push Chartrick Darby, 91, and Wims, 96, through the gap. See your arm extended right there? That's an extension of the arms. You can't do that. It's supposed to be a penalty. And the ball actually hits Chartrick Darby's elbow, then careens off Ellis Wims' helmet, and there's the block. Simeon Rice comes out of it all for no.
13-0 Tampa Bay leading Baltimore. Back with the second half right after this.
Sports' biggest month.
We will rock you.
with 0% APR for up to 60 months or cash back up to $3,000 on built Ford tough trucks like the best-selling Ford F-150, the best-selling Ranger, and the ultra-tough Super Duty. There's even military appreciation cash back available. Ask about it when you see your local Southern Ford dealer today.
This is about coming from all over the world to confront our doubts and face our fears. How come everybody's running away?
One more.
Come on, hon, just tell me what soaps you want. This isn't really my kind of place.
Dad, I told you, lilac.
Lilac? Just use the stuff I got at the hotel.
Dad.
That's Nextel, right?
Yes.
And the chamomile, too, and honeysuckle.
How about just some soap-scented soap?
That cell phone with the walkie-talkie, right?
Yeah.
So cool.
You should do their commercials.
Commercials? I want to be a serious actress.
Set?
Yeah.
I'm John Lynch, and you're watching The Bucks on Fox 13.
I'm a combat photographer. And you got to carry a weapon. If things get so bad that you have to put the camera down, then you got to be able to fight back. When you see a child sitting there all by themselves, you know, you're thinking, where's the parents? Do they even exist? But it's something emotional. It's something that's going to make American public stop and look at that photo and say, I understand. What can we do to make things better over there?
Back in Baltimore, where today, along with the rest of the National Football League, we honor the memory of the great Johnny Unitas, who passed away this past Wednesday. Johnny Unitas, just one of the great quarterbacks, known for that flat-top haircut, the black high-top cleats, a 9th-round draft pick of the Pittsburgh Steelers in 1955. He was cut after 5 preseason games. The Colts signed him as a free agent, and boy, they signed something special. He led the Colts to so many big wins, none bigger than the 1958 NFL Championship game at Yankee Stadium against the Giants. He led the drive late in the 4th quarter to a tying field goal, and then in overtime, he led the drive with Alan Amici capping it off with a 1-yard touchdown run. The game known as the greatest game ever. Johnny Unitas, who passed away at the age of 69. And yes, everyone will miss Johnny Unitas. Some memories of Johnny?
You know, I think the big thing that why he was so enamored by everybody is not only was he a great athlete, but he kind of stirred the emotion that every American has. He wasn't overly talented. He got cut by the Pittsburgh Steelers. Just that desire and the passion to compete. And I think it just exuded out of him every time he stepped on the field. And I think that's what has captured everybody. Heck, he is as big, he's bigger than Cal Ripken is in Baltimore here. He helped put Baltimore on the map. You know, you're talking about small markets and different things. He made Baltimore, and these fans still, before the game, I almost teared up. I gotta be serious. The emotion that went through this stadium. I think there's not even the Baltimore Colts here. You know, it's a completely different team, but Baltimore. He is Baltimore, and it's football.
Yeah, I agree with you, Bill. Unitas T-shirts being worn, the signs everywhere. Great pre-game ceremonies honoring Johnny U. Martin Gramatica to kick off to start the second half. Robert Tate at the 5. Try to bounce it outside. Corey Ivy got a piece of him to slow him down. John Howell, number 39, brought him down. First half statistics look at 187 to 71 total yards and time of possession.
Well, time of possession obviously doubled. I think the thing that really really sets it off. For last week, third down was a big problem for Tampa Bay. Third down conversions, it was huge, and that number's not there. But on third downs, Tampa Bay is 4 of 8. That's 50%. Baltimore is 2 of 7.
Ravens wanted to run the ball more, but Jamal Lewis has carried only 6 times for 15. He fumbles, it's still loose. Redmond goes back, still loose. The Bucs have it at the goal line. Is it a touchback? It's a safety, excuse me. It's a safety. The ball bounced off the pylon.
The pylon. The result of the play is a safety.
That's because the pylon is in the end zone.
This year.
This year. Well, no, it's in bounds this year. It used to be in the end zone out of bounds.
Right.
This year it's in the end zone inbounds if you hit the inside of it. So when it goes into the end zone, that's when the ball becomes a safety.
Jamal Lewis never had the handle. Redmond tried to pick it up.
Lynch tried to pick it up. And right there it becomes 2 points.
It was close to going out of bounds. It turns into 2 points for the Bucs. So things start badly for the Ravens, and you just sense the air let out of the fans on that first play as they were hoping to get something going. Jonathan Ogden was hoping it was a touchback. But 2 points on the board on the safety. And now the Bucs will receive the free kick. John Lynch, he knew he had a chance for 6. And for Chris Redmond, it's been a rough afternoon. Aaron Stecker is the deep man for the Bucs, along with Carl Williams. Dave Zastadil, the free kick. High punt coming back to Carl Williams at the 18. Nice cut by Williams. And another. And gets up close to the 40-yard line. Chris Redmond, his first year as a starter. 0 or negative yardage on 13 plays. And only 5 plays of 7 yards or more. Half the plays 0 or negative yardage. The offense has struggled. 3 wide receivers for Tampa Bay. Michael Pittman. Hard run up to the 45-yard line. Picked up 5 on the play. Pittman, 9 carries, 35 yards. Also 5 catches, 53 yards in the first half.
You know, one of the things of this defense, Ray Lewis, watch Ray Lewis. He's going to be right here. Okay, that's Lewis right there. And what he's going to do in this defense, he has to take on blockers. I want you to watch this real close. There's Kenyatta Walker. And that's the difference from last year. See, he's making tackles still, but he's getting pushed back, and the tackles are coming downfield. Man, heck, you get 5 yards on that game. That's not what you think about when you think of Ray Lewis.
Allstott pulls his way up to the 48-yard line. Bring up a third and just under 2 yards. Ken Dilger remains out, and the Bucs going with 2 tight ends, Marco Battaglia and Todd Yoder. Dilger had an ice bag on his right elbow earlier. Marco Battaglia, who played for Washington last season, several years in Cincinnati.
That's about 4 years ago. Ken Dilger, I thought he was just going to be one of the sensational tight end players in the league. And he's had a bad streak of misfortune with all the different injuries he's had.
McCardell in motion. Johnson swings it out to Allstott, and he's got the first down. Bucs backs are very good receivers. Allstott and Pittman.
Absolutely. I mean, that's everybody seems to forget. They think about Allstott as that tailback that's pounding people over, you know, running people over, the big rhino back kind of guy. But his rookie year, he caught over 60 catches out of the backfield.
And he's got 5 catches today's game, and Pittman's got 5 catches. 7th year for Mike Allstott. 4 wide receivers for the Bucs. Pittman spun away from Marquez Douglas, and he's thrown for a loss back to the 49-yard line. Kelly Gregg finally wrapped him up. Michael Pittman coming over from the Arizona Cardinals. He's the key running back for this team. What'd you say he looks like out there?
Sonic the Hedgehog. My kids play that game, you know, and he's a little furball hedgehog, and then he goes and just spins, and then stops, and it zips over here and zips there. He's a guy that I always liked as a running back when he was out in Arizona. I think he's really going to flourish in this offense.
Everybody out. Johnson gets time. It's Keyshawn Johnson down to the 27-yard line. Gary Baxter made the stop. 3rd catch for Keyshawn, a 22-yard pickup for Tampa Bay.
Oh, here's Keyshawn Johnson. He's outside here. Watch that. He's just going to take this deep, and then he's going to come back into the post. Oh, how did that feel?
He worked on the rookie Ed Reed. Oh, that.
I mean, he came back. He just jumped right to his feet. But I'm going to tell you, Keyshawn Johnson felt that one.
Jameel Cook in at fullback for Tampa Bay. Pittman follows Cook. Gets outside and is shoved out of bounds close to the 25-yard line. Ray Lewis, number 52. It's got to be tough for Ray Lewis adjusting to this defense and adjusting to this turnover in personnel.
Well, yeah, sure it is. Heck, you know, you don't think he misses Goose and Sam Adams in there? I mean, he probably right now, you know, he always said the right things, talked about those guys and said, well, you know, they do a great job. And but you really don't know what they do until they're gone. You know, Goose and Sam Adams, they just gobbled up 3 people in the middle. And Ray used to get to run downhill. Now he understands.
Johnson sends everyone out, throws, completes to McCardell inside the 10-yard line. Ray Lewis, the man covering Keenan McCardell, gets up with his 4th catch. 1st down. Those are the 2 guys that Bill was talking about. Look at the size of them. Sam Adams has gone to Oakland, and the Goose is retired.
Well, they're both in California. Oh yeah,
yeah.
On the Fox Sports Net. You ever see the NFL show? That's Goose. Getting his nails done. He's a Hollywood guy now.
Pickup of 16 on the last play. 1st and goal, Tampa Bay. Pittman straight ahead and shoved back after he picked up a couple of yards. The offense, though they've controlled the ball very well and driven up and down the field, has not scored a touchdown in the game. 2 field goals.
You talk about those guys getting eaten up. I want you to take a look right here. There's Ray Lewis. I want you to follow him through this play. Take a look. The old Ray Lewis, this is an ISO. He used to be able to run downfield at it. Now he's got to jump around blocks and can't get there. Can't get into the play. He's always in this defense until they start learning to play together. He's going to have to jump around blocks. He's always going to have to contend with a blocker getting to him.
Flags on the play. It's against the Bucs.
Offense, number 80, 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
The tight end Todd Yoder moved, 3rd-year man out of Vanderbilt, who was signed as a free agent originally. Sets the Bucs back 5 yards to the 13-yard line. Once again, Tampa Bay controlling the ball. Allstott, the lone back. Johnson to Allstott, through his hands. That one should have been caught.
Yes, it should. And Allstott knows that. And so does Gruden.
Yes, he does. John Gruden seems to be happy in Tampa. Spent time there. His family was there. His dad worked there with the Bucs organization. He's got his brother now as his assistant coach. Cook and Pittman in the backfield on 3rd and goal. Flags go again. And we'll check it out. Somebody moved on the line for Tampa Bay.
Ball start. Offense, number 71. penalty. Third down.
The left guard, Kerry Jenkins, in his first year with the Bucs, signed as a free agent. Solid lineman coming over from the New York Jets. Ball back to the 17-yard line. It's 3rd and goal. 3 wide receivers for Tampa Bay. Pressure on Johnson, screen pass to Pittman. Got a block from Cozy Coleman, but he's pulled down by Gary Baxter. Short of the 10-yard line, around the 11. And the field goal kicking unit comes on.
You know, I got to give credit to the Baltimore Ravens defense. You know, this team, this franchise here, has always had that tough-nosed defense, and then they've set records, and they've done such an outstanding job. Heck, they won a Super Bowl with it. And today, with all these young guys, they're still, with this Gruden offense and throwing the ball all over the place, giving up all the yards, they're just limiting them to field goals.
Gramatica is 3 for 3, as that one is perfect. And the Ravens defense has stiffened deep in their own territory. Bucs offense has gotten 3 field goals.
Congratulations! You've launched the pink slip virus. Your office is now infected. They'll soon trace it back to you. Good luck finding a new job.
Want to get away? Log on and purchase by September 26th for Southwest Airlines $39 to $99 internet specials, only at southwest.com.
You are now free to move about the country.
Circle back to Cincinnati with those figures, you know. I'm worried about that.
Oh, no. It's awful. Okay, I'll be right there. Guys, I gotta go.
I think we can achieve substantial more penetration in the Pacific Rim.
That's awful. Really sorry, but I have to go.
The new Boxster. It is perhaps the perfect getaway car. Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by Porsche. Discover what only Porsche brings to driving.
Next week on the NFL on Fox, the great pregame show starts it off. Jimmy Johnson is back. He'll be here for the rest of the season. Great games, doubleheader game, the Redskins and the 49ers. Remember in preseason, there was a little animosity there. Steve Spurrier, Steve Mariucci, Shane Matthews, the starting quarterback. They're playing Monday night against Philadelphia. Then they go out to San Francisco to meet the 49ers on Fox a week from today. Robert Tate takes the kickoff at the 6-yard line. Avoids Dwight Smith. Corey Ivy gets down there along with Nate Webster. And the Ravens go on offense.
Introducing Jack Daniel's Original Hard Cola, a premium malt beverage as unique as the people who drink it. Come as you are.
You put a lot into getting your car. The least you can do is spend a little more to protect it. Don't settle for anything less than Syntec by Castrol. Its patented technology provides ultimate protection for your engine. Syntec by Castrol. It's the most important thing you can do for your car. today's high-tech devices demand the advanced power of a high-tech battery. The new and improved Energizer E squared with titanium technology. It's a longer-lasting, more powerful battery for even your most demanding high-tech devices. Energizer E squared. Do you have the bunny inside?
Fox takes you live inside the Great Pyramids. And when Egypt's oldest tomb is opened, you'll see it all. Pyramids Live at 8/7 Central, Fox Monday.
This telecast is copyrighted by the NFL for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast or of any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the NFL's consent is prohibited.
Well, it's a sad day, I think, for all football people. You know, what Johnny Unitas was as a quarterback is, he's a pioneer of the game as far as I'm concerned. He had a lot to do with the NFL being what it is today. You know, the guy had an unbelievable charisma on the field, and what a great guy. You know, he's always been the same. Johnny U will be missed forever.
John Gruden was a quarterback at the University of Dayton. Remembering Johnny Unitas. On first down, John Lynch with the big hit. Stopping Jamal Lewis.
Hey, did Lynch sniff this out? Right off the bat. I mean, he came creeping up to the line of scrimmage and just blew this thing up. You talk about, you know, sometimes you have quarterback pass blitzes and then you have run blitzes. That was a run blitz. They used a safety Lynch to just sniff it out.
Lynch has had over 100 tackles 6 consecutive years. Ravens have run only 27 plays on offense in the game. This is number 28. Redmond play fake. Deep over the middle for Stokely. He was open, but the pass missed. And the accuracy that Redmond showed last week at Carolina has not been there today.
And the same that's been a staple of his career when he was at Louisville. He was always thought of as a highly accurate passer. You're going to see Stokely come into the frame, and he's going to be right dead in the middle of the field. You know, that ball was thrown to a specific place, and Stokely didn't get there. That thing was thrown right to the hashes.
3 wide receivers for the Ravens on third down. Redmond feels pressure, and the pass is incomplete, but there's a flag on the play. Pass intended for Travis Taylor. Rondé Barber covering on the play, but the penalty against Tampa Bay gives new life to the Ravens. Terry McCauley is our referee.
Illegal hands to the face. Defense. Number 25, 5-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
It's been a quiet game for the tight end, hasn't it, Bill?
Well, yeah, and you know why? Because they're taking him out. They're purposely taking him out. Right there, of course, it's Shelton Quarles has him. And look at the job he does. You talk about taking a guy out of this. And if you shut down their run, which they've been able to do with their front four, and take away the tight end, that's forcing Redmond to pass downfield. And that's playing right into the hands, Sam, of what you want defensively. You go into this game, you look at this matchup, that's exactly how you want it. Make Redmond pass the ball downfield.
Jamal Lewis carried for 2 yards on first down. Steady rain has begun falling here in Baltimore. It had held off for a good portion of the game. We're talking about rain and thunderstorms. No gain on that play. 2nd and 10. Redmond checking off at the line. Wow, and he's buried.
Booger McFarland, Sam, unbelievable.
And his mom, who's watching in Williamsburg, Louisiana, will be happy about that play. Nancy, right?
Nancy was on her son last week for getting tired in those long drives. Watch McFarland. He steps here, and then he's going to jump to the outside. He comes over the center and jumps to the outside of the guard. And that's when you create problems. You know when you hear me say shooting gaps and stunting? You know, that's what that is. You line up one place, but you shoot the gap to the outside or inside where the offensive lineman is. They don't know where you're coming then.
Have to get to the 37 for a first down. The draw play to Lewis. He gets up to the 28-yard line, and you can hear the fan reaction as the Baltimore offense has really struggled this afternoon. Anthony Booger McFarland. We asked him, Bill asked him, said, "You okay with Booger?" And he said, "That's me.
That's me." Well, you know,
all my life I've been Booger.
Because he was dressed like an Anthony.
Oh, I see.
You know, that's the thing. He was dressed like Anthony. He had a suit on, a tie. I mean, he really looked good.
He said, "You wish that you could dress the way he did." Williams fell down.
Did that touch him?
Backpedaling. I don't think so. No. It's down across the 20-yard line.
That was awfully close.
High kick, wind aided. There is a flag on the play.
Sam, I'm not sure if when you have a name like Booger, if you can dress that good. I mean, that was an expensive suit, the tie, the shoes, the bling bling. He had it all going, and you can't be a Booger and dress that good. It just doesn't go hand in hand. Anthony, you have to be an Anthony when you dress like that.
Maybe in a couple of years when he's been to the Pro Bowl a couple of times. Terry McCauley sorting things out here.
Personal foul. Receiving team, number 26, went out of bounds and hit the flyer. Half the distance to the goal. First down.
Against Dwight Smith. That's the penalty. Carl Williams struggled with this one as he backed up. Oh! Almost hit him. Would have been a fumble.
They say the best things in life are free. Well, right now, every new 2002 Ford comes with no payments till 2003. Every car, truck, and SUV with nothing to pay till next year. Plus, choose interest-free financing or cash back up to $3,500. Hurry, this offer absolutely ends September 30th. So get yourself free at your local Ford store today.
The heat is on when mozzarella, pepper jack, cheddar, and nacho cheese sauce form a taste to die for. Don't miss the new Cheese Extreme Quesadilla.
4 cheeses. 4. You gotta be insane.
You've been shopping for cellular.
Yeah, I don't know which way's up anymore.
I think I can help. You'll be fine now.
At Sprint stores, wireless becomes clear with helpful salespeople, the best selection of phones, and great deals. Right now, get 3,500 minutes for $34.99 a month and save up to $100 on select PCS phones. Sprint stores, wireless made clear.
Taste buds, 2 kinds. The little yes man sitting at the tip of your tongue sipping new age mango flavored tap water, and the boys in the back of the class getting all the glory. So for them, there's new Red Fusion from Dr. Pepper. Red Fusion, who's your soda?
Round, round, get around. Will Kelso be Jessica Simpson's big kahuna?
What can 2 virgins do to kill an afternoon?
There is something, but it's kind of wet and dirty.
Sold! That 70s Show season premiere.
Having fun?
No, you're not nude! At 8/7 Central, Fox Tuesday.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers leading the Baltimore Ravens 18-0. Start close to their own 10. Michael Pittman on first down. And looks like no gain on the play. Good job by the Ravens defense. Despite being down 18 points, the Ravens defense, as Bill has pointed out, has done a good job of keeping the points off the board.
Well, they've given up long drives. They've given up long drives, Sam, but what they did was they only allowed field goals. 3 field goals, 9 points, should be 9-0. The other 9 points came from the safety that the offense gave them, and then, of course, the 7 points on the return that the special teams let up.
Michael Pittman is down after that run. He's being checked out by the medical staff. We'll step out for a moment.
I love playing 2-hand touch, eating way too much, watching my team win with the Twins. I love quarterbacks eating dirt, pom-poms and short skirts, fans who won't quit, and those Twins. And I
Need a better way to check out phones? At Best Buy, we've got the brands and plans you want. Even the latest like Virgin Mobile and PCS Vision from Sprint. Best Buy. Go ahead. Turn on the fun.
They say the best things in life are free. Well, right now, every new 2002 Ford comes with no payments till 2003. Every car, truck, and SUV with nothing to pay till next year. Plus, choose interest-free financing or cash back up to $3,500. Hurry, this offer absolutely ends September 30th. So get yourself free at your local Ford store today.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by Southwest Airlines, proud sponsor of the NFL and official airline of Super Bowl 37. By Ford, no boundaries. By Best Buy, for the latest technology, turn on the fun at Best Buy. And by UPS, what can Brown do for you?
Michael Pittman still on the ground. They're bringing out the cart to take him off.
This isn't good.
Not at all.
You know, this one thing about this guy, he's always been a hard runner and a very fast guy, Sam. Extremely fast. He's always had the injury bug.
In his second year, this is his 5th year in the league. In his second year, he suffered some injuries that kept him out a good portion of the season. Played a full year in 2000. Last year, he missed one game. But he does play hard. Let's check out what's going on around the league. Back to JB.
Sam and Bill, Saints creating their own opportunities. Take a look at Brett Favre out of the shotgun, hooking up with Terry Glenn. Hit hard by Fakir Brown, fumbled, picked up by Keo Craver. He takes it 38 yards to pay dirt, and it's 28-10 Saints on top of the Packers. That in the third. Back to Sam Rosen and Bill Moss.
Good start to the season for the Saints. That defense does some good things, doesn't it?
Well, I'll tell you, I broke down that film last week watching Tampa struggle with them defensively, and they did so many things that are just so deceptive to an offensive line, to the quarterback, and they do it with such great speed. I mean, they've got linebackers that are running down the middle of the field with wide receivers in the slot.
Michael Pittman goes to the locker room for x-rays. Aaron Stecker replaces him, takes the pass from Brad Johnson, and is taken out of bounds up at the 18-yard line. Stecker has been a good story. Was a hero in NFL Europe, an MVP of the World Bowl.
The Scottish Claymores. And you know what they told him over there when he was there? They said to Stecker himself.
Yeah.
He said, if you think Scottish, you think crap. That's what they told him. And so then he had to leave from there. But I tell you, this guy, he was the MVP of NFL Europe, and he's really developed down here in the Bucs system.
3rd and short. Stecker trying to push the pile, and he gets it across the 20 for a first down. Let's go down to the sideline to Brent Harris. Brent.
Hey, Sam, Michael Pittman has cramps. He went inside to get some fluids. He told me as he went off the field, he'll be back.
Well, that's very good news for the Bucs. It looked like a severe leg injury, but if that's all it is,
oh yeah,
that's good.
You know, and we were down there today, and the humidity in the air, it's only 80 degrees, but the humidity's real thick. You know, walking around down there before the game, it was muggy and thick and tough to breathe. As much as he's been involved in the offense, it can sure be draining.
Light rain falling. Battaglia is in motion. Stecker carrying. Gets a couple of yards. Kelly Gregg, 4th-year nose tackle out of Oklahoma, made the stop.
Here's Ray Lewis. He's right here. Take a look. This time he's going to start scraping with the flow. And because everybody's pulling outside, he's untouched. And he gets past Coleman right there, but you can still see the extra body in there. I mean, he's not finding the back, he's not finding the tackles, because even if whether it's at the beginning of the play or at the end of the play, there's always going to be a lineman searching him up.
2nd and 7. Johnson swings it out to Stecker. And the Colts are there. Cornell Brown in good position. Cornell Brown left. I said the Colts, excuse me, the Ravens were there.
Can you hear Cornell Brown? I mean, every time he's in on a play, our microphones on the sidelines are picking him up. He's yelling. I mean, he is the most talkative guy on the field today. Cordell Brown, he just keeps on telling him, don't bring that stuff here. Heck, don't do this. I'm in on the play. Don't try my side.
He's happy to be back with the Ravens. Man who left, went to Oakland, finished his college degree. Stecker takes the pitch. Couple of blockers in front. First down, there's a flag on the play. Stecker gets up to the 33-yard line. Good run by Aaron Stecker.
Who's the culprit, Sam?
On this one?
I was going against Tampa.
Holding, offense, number 83, 10-yard penalty, third down.
The wide receiver, Joe Juravicius, gets called for the hold. Late third quarter. The Bucs have controlled the ball throughout. Three wide receivers for Tampa Bay with Allstott and Stecker in the backfield. Have to get to the 30-yard line for a first down. Draw play to Allstott. And he's brought down at the 29. Gary Baxter and Ray Lewis combining on the stop.
Oh boy, you don't see this. You're not used to seeing this happen. Look, here we go. You have this is your sub package. You have 4 linemen rushing, but here's your nickel backers right in here. And these guys, I don't know how they get bit on this draw. Christie comes out here and leads this thing up. Ray Lewis doesn't get to Allstott until the very end.
Tom Tooper's third punt of the game. Chris McAllister at the 21. Stecker fell down. McAllister is hit, and Dwight Smith's helmet comes flying off. Bucs got to get tighter chin straps, but they're hitting.
You know, the footing's going to become a problem here late in the game. That field was a little slippery, as I saw before. As this rain comes down, these guys are slipping all over the place.
Good tackle by Dwight Smith.
I don't own warehouses anymore. I've got Brown. With Brown managing my supply chain, my goods get from the dock to my customers in no time.
Brown helps me build a leaner, faster supply chain machine. Then tosses me the keys and says,
drive. I like to drive.
Inventory and transportation management. One company. UPS. What can Brown do for you?
Wait until you hear this. This is so cool. Stop. Wait a minute. Cool? Cool. Cool is why my son needs new sneakers every month. Cool is why my daughter's hair is green and her boyfriend has a bolt through his nose. Cool costs me money. Cool. You were saying?
This online purchasing system could save us millions.
Millions? Cool.
What do you see?
I see no excitement in your life.
And I see why. I see new KFC Honey Cajun Wings in your future. It's a magical blend of Cajun herbs, spices, and honey. Pump up the spice in your life. Join me, won't you?
Introducing new Honey Cajun Wings, glazed in spicy Cajun sauces. 8 for $2.99 or 20 for only $7.49. Or in Honey Barbecue Wings.
You know, if they keep the wings coming, we could live in here.
New Honey Cajun Wings and Honey Barbecue Wings from KFC.
There's fast food, and then there's KFC.
I'm a player in the National Football League, but that is not who I am. I'm a member of a community dedicated to making a difference in people's lives.
I'm a player in the National Football League.
John Elway was the guest star on the pregame show today, but next week, Jimmy Johnson comes back, and he'll be back for the entire season, rejoining JB, Terry, Howie on the best pregame show there is. 12 noon Eastern, 9 Pacific next week on Fox. Travis Taylor takes the pass from Chris Redmond, gets up close to the 40-yard line, and the fans like that. Brian Kelly made the stop. Travis Taylor needs to step up for Baltimore. They've had a big transition in their receivers, and he needs to step up as a #1 receiver.
Well, he needs to step up as the first-round draft choice, because every other first-round draft choice they've had here since '96 has performed to a Pro Bowler level.
Jamal Lewis ran into John Lynch, pushed him back, and now the pile pushes Jamal. but it's a first down for the Ravens. Trying to get something going as we reach the end of the third quarter. Rain falling in Baltimore. It has not been a happy day for the Ravens. We reach the end of the third quarter, and Tampa Bay leading Baltimore 18-0. Fox NFL Sunday continues after these words and a message from your local Fox station.
Sports' biggest month of the year starts October 1st on Fox.
How many reasons do you need to get into a Chrysler car or minivan? How about zero? Because now, for a limited time, you can get 0% financing for 60 months on most 2002 Chrysler vehicles, which could save you up to $6,700 depending on model. Plus, to make this great offer even better, it's backed by the peace of mind of our 770 Powertrain Limited Warranty. So get to your Chrysler dealer today, because with 0% financing and our 770 Limited Warranty, there's no reason not to.
Guys, you're looking at a true neighborhood hero. Before he came to town, there were only 5 TV channels. If you don't believe me, ask your mom. But now, you can get over 250 channels thanks to Time Warner's Advanced Cable Network. It's way better than satellite. And if you ever have a problem, he's there 24/7.
Just doing my job.
Order Time Warner Digital Multimedia and get your first 3 months of digital service for only $3.95 per month, plus free installation. Call today.
There goes Noah, come on. Guys, you're looking at a true neighborhood hero.
Introducing the Isuzu Axiom. It says sexy city style. It has a V6 with 230 horses. Giddy up. Leather trim seats, smooth and supple. Plenty of cargo space, too. And America's longest and sexiest warranty. The Isuzu Axiom. You want one, don't you?
Now get 0% APR for up to 5 years or up to $4,500 cash back.
Hi, I'm Michael Pittman. You're watching the Bucs on Fox 13.
Sam Rosen, Bill Boss, Fred Harris back in Baltimore, where it's raining heavily. You don't have to put that over me. I don't need that. You want to stay dry. Look at this guy. It's unbelievable.
It's rough.
Can that cover you, that whole umbrella? Hey, what will the rain affect now?
You know, that
comeback attempt of the Ravens?
Well, that Bermuda grass, I do know this, is slippery when it's dry. And as soon as water gets all over it, it even becomes more so. It's like silk. You see all the divots around the field getting kicked up? Watch the traction.
Redmond 8 for 18, 71 yards in the game, 1 for 2 in the second half, throwing deep, and it's incomplete. Intended for Travis Taylor. Rondé Barber covering on the play. We talked about Rondé Barber, who went to the Pro Bowl last year. He is an outstanding cornerback.
How good is he? Honestly, you know, and you look at Rondé Barber, and you look at 5'10", 180 pounds. Not real sure what kind of an athlete he was. You know, he wasn't a running back like Tiki. Tiki can get away with that. You get a small guy, you're not real sure how they're going to hold up defensively. This guy plays as big as anybody on the field.
3 tight ends for the Ravens on 2nd and 10. Redmond being chased by Sapp. And the pass incomplete. Ron Johnson got his hands on it, took a hit from Brian Kelly. There's a flag on the play. And it's against the Buccaneers. That'll give Baltimore first down.
Defense, number 51. 5-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
Al Singleton, who has taken over as the starting strong side linebacker. Shelton Quarles moving in, the middle linebacker. And Al Singleton, who really established himself in the league, as did Shelton Quarles as a special teams player. Finally stepping up as a starter. Ball up the 48-yard line. Off the play fake, Redmond goes outside to Brandon Stokely. And he is upended, knocked out of bounds by Brian Kelly.
You know, you're talking about all these helmets you see popping off today. Well, you want to know how it happens. It's kind of incognito. It's underground. Here, Travis Taylor is supposed to be blocking. Instead, it ends up to be a formed tackle. Brian Kelly gets upset and says, "I'll fix you." Rips it off from the back. Now look at the end of the play. Look at both of them. Hands up in the air. They run away from the crime. I didn't do anything.
Innocent.
Not me.
They don't catch you. It's okay. Jamal Lewis try to cut back. Derek Brooks made the tackle.
Sam, take a look at Booger McFarland. What? Look at what happened. Here's Booger McFarland. He is the nose tackle. He's right here. Now he is going to get some push on this. Watch. He's going to be getting pushed into the backfield right there. And when this happens, he's back there with the quarterback. The running back's getting the ball, and there's no way he can come off of that. I mean, he's got the center in his lap as the ball is getting in his hands.
Fourth-year man, 6 feet, 300 pounds. A lot of people thought he'd be too small to play that position on a full-time basis. Rod Marinelli, the defensive line coach, didn't. Redmond throwing for Stokely. Great adjustment by Brandon Stokely to make the catch. And he's down at the 26-yard line.
That's as good and as acrobatic of a catch as I've ever seen. And I've seen some great ones over the years. He turns his body completely around, Sam, and has to extend his arms and make that grab.
And keep the ball.
And maintain control of the ball as it hits the ground. What
Spotted
a grab.
at the 27, 21-yard pickup. Ravens with a chance to put some points on the board. Redmond overthrows Todd Heap. He was open. Redmond has missed some open receivers in this game.
What time is it? 12:42 in the fourth quarter. And the Baltimore Ravens have just gone over 100 yards of total offense. That means they've moved the football in 3 quarters and into the fourth quarter the length of the football field. That's how long it's taken this offense to run the plays running and passing to move the football the length of the football field.
Deepest penetration of the game for the Ravens into Tampa Bay territory. Redmond checks off. Got Ricard and Lewis in the backfield. Redmond deep for Stokely. Broken up by Rondé Barber. Barber with another good play. Stokely looked like he was open just for a fraction of a second.
Well, that's what this cover 2 will do to you. Dexter Jackson's going to come over the top. Watch Rondé Barber stay with coverage. He knows he has safety help. He can play underneath it. Rondé Barber, I don't know. I'd have a hard time imagining right now who is out there that does as much. That's shoeless, Rondé Barber. Does as much on a football field from the corner position as Rondé Barber.
3 wide receivers for Baltimore, 5 defensive backs for the Bucs. Redmond being chased, throws incomplete. There's a flag on the play.
You know what that is.
Face mask. Face mask against the Ravens.
Yeah, that's tough to do. You know, normally with your offensive lineman moving your hands, you punch out and then the hand slides up to the face mask.
Personal foul, grasping the face mask. Offense, number 66, 15-yard penalty, 3rd down.
It's the right guard, Benny Anderson, who's called for the penalty that sets the Ravens back to the 42-yard line, and that hurts.
Well, everything the Ravens have done offensively has hurt them. It really has. They haven't been in sync at all. You talk about shooting yourself in the foot continuously. You gave them 2 points on the safety. You get down inside. You had the ball down there in striking distance of the end zone, and now you're going backwards.
They have to get to the 17-yard line for a 1st down. 3rd and 25. Heap the motion man. Everybody out. Pressure on Redmond, missed Jamal Lewis. There was pressure on Chris Redmond. You can hear the fan reaction as the Ravens offense got to the 27-yard line, and then a penalty set him back. And Dave Sastadil comes into punt. Carl Williams is deep. Sixth punt of the game for Zastadil. Williams had a 56-yard return for a touchdown in the first half. All-out block on. High kick by Zastadil. Williams waits for a fair catch and takes it at around the 12-yard line. 30-yard punt. No return, but the Bucs with the big lead and control of the football.
Fan. Thank you. I'm on a date with this honey, Erica. Right. Man, you could hook me up if you came by the table and said hi.
See what I can do, man.
Yo, for real?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Hey, old dog, what's going on, Buster?
Can't you see I'm busy? Keeps calling me. I'm gonna rap on my record.
You got disrespected.
I don't think I got dissed at all.
Why you say that? Did y'all meet Erica yet?
From last night?
Life is best told over a great tasting Miller Lite at a place called Miller Time.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by the new H2 Hummer, like nothing else. By Miller Lite, life is best told at a place called Miller Time. By Dockers, go khaki with Stain Defender. And by DirecTV, movies, music, and exclusive sports from the leader in digital satellite entertainment.
Back at Ravens Stadium in Baltimore, where Baltimore fans remember Johnny Unitas. Pre-game ceremonies. The Unitas family here today. Great Lenny Moore here to unveil the number 19 along the sideline. Mike Allstott straight ahead, gets up to the 15. They've got the Big Ten backs in the lineup. Allstott from Purdue and Jameel Cook from Illinois.
You know, and this is where you put the game in your offensive line hands. And then Mike Allstott. You know, you just kill the clock. Go ahead. You know, they called a 4-minute back, but with a little under 12 minutes left, the score the way it is, you just go ahead and get as much as you can and eat up even more of time of possession, yardage, clock.
Now it's Aaron Stecker taking the toss. Michael Pittman out, gone to the locker room, reportedly, according to our Brent Harris, with leg cramps. Stecker getting across the 15 up to the 17-yard line. Aaron Stecker's turned into a valuable man, good return man, a good backup to the lead running back. And Gruden, you know, we talked about it, uses all his personnel in and out, uses all his backs and receivers.
You know, I think another thing you talk about too is the fact that how much he loves Brad Johnson. And he's set on Brad Johnson. He's his guy. He loves his toughness. He loves his competitiveness. He loves what he sees downfield.
Allstott, stop. Good job by the Ravens.
Can we please hire an equipment man around here?
Anthony Mitchell with the initial hit. And he lost his helmet. But stopped Allstott for a loss. And that's a good defensive series for the Ravens.
I'm not going to take away anything from the hitting that's going on out here, because obviously both these defenses are notorious for being physical, but I don't think I've ever seen this many helmets pop off in a game.
Jeff Ogden, recently picked up by the Ravens, is back. Tom Tupa's punt sends Ogden way back to the 35. Corey Ivy is there to take him down. Corey Ivy, great speed, first-year man out of Oklahoma. He's turning into a very exciting cover man for the special teams of Tampa Bay.
So that's your DirecTV system, and you're signed up with NFL Sunday Ticket.
So I'll get my Bears games.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Julie, you grew up in Green Bay. You married a guy, not a football team.
We get the Packers, too, right?
Yeah.
You're number one, Brett.
Packers? Who's Brett?
Dan. I'm Dan.
NFL Sunday Ticket. Up to 14 regular season games every Sunday. And it's not on cable. Now get our best programming package free for 4 months.
Introducing 3 grilled favorites on 1 sizzling skillet. Fajita chicken, shrimp, and barbecued ribs. Chili's new Fajita Trio.
Chicken.
Introducing Dockers, flat front mobile pant.
Nice pass.
The original and beat. Oh, we made us move our feet. Tito Puente. Like the stuff that with the taste of originality. Salutes individuality. And gives life a personality. Be you. Do what you do. Be you.
The critics have spoken.
Ready for this?
Yeah. Fastlane is high-octane entertainment.
You got my attention.
The cool factor is off the charts. From the director of Charlie's Angels, Fastlane.
That was off the hook!
The series premiere at 9/8 Central Wednesday on Fox.
Good game on special teams for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Carl Williams had a 56-yard return in the first quarter for a touchdown that helped build the lead for the Bucs. They blocked a field goal try at the end of the first half by J.R. Jenkins. That one wasn't so good, but they've had good coverage. Corey Ivy has been outstanding, as he was last week against New Orleans. They have a new special teams coach, Richard Bisaccia, coming out of college. Jamal Lewis carries up for the 40-yard line. Packers are trying to come back against the Saints. What's up, JB?
Well, they're doing the same with, of course, the arm of Brett Favre as he hooks up here. Deep crossing route pattern run by Donald Driver. 26 yards from Brett Favre. Favre now in 4th place, tied with Warren Moon, 291 touchdowns. And he said to tell Bill Moss, even though Brett passed him, Terry Bradshaw, 79 TDs ago, Bradshaw's sure he only had half the attempts.
Thanks, JB. From the 45, Jamal Lewis again gets up to midfield. That's a first down. Late flag on the play. Let's see what happened here. It's against Tampa Bay.
Face mask. Defense. Number 94. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Greg Spires called for the face mask. Michael Pittman did have leg cramps. He's gotten some fluids. He's back on the bench. Seems to be okay. That's good news for the Bucs.
You know, JB was teasing about Terry, but I got to tell you what. You want to argue about quarterbacks on a day you're remembering Johnny Unitas? Two of the greatest were in our studio today.
You said it. Bradshaw and Elway. Redmond. Oh, Todd Heap dropped it. Oh, what a terrible drop. Wide open. That one hurts as the Ravens try to get something going, build up some offensive momentum. And Brian Billick, he expects Todd Heap to be a 70 reception guy.
Yeah, and he talked in the class of a Tony Gonzalez. You know, he says he's got that body structure. He's got that speed. Exceptionally fast receiver in the 4.5, sub 4.5 range. And, you know, the ball's a little wet out there, but he's a guy that needs to catch those passes in that area to help out Redmond and also this young offense.
Chester Taylor's in the backfield. The play fake by Redmond under pressure. He connects with Taylor. Short pickup on the play. It was to Alan Ricard, the fullback, made the catch out of the backfield.
Yeah, you talk about the tight end passing tree and the things that the places where the tight end ends up. And I think the most important thing is you know, the hook and the curl in the middle of the field. You know, the middle of the field, hooking the curl. And then, you know, the drags right across, right behind the linebackers. Those things that come dragging across the middle of the field. They're safety valves, really, for a tight end. And a good one can occupy safeties. And when you get one that can occupy a safety, that's when the stuff opens up outside.
3 wide receivers in for the Ravens. Flags on the play. Redmond throws, and it's broken up by Derek Brooks. Intended for Travis Taylor. And let's check out the flag. Against the Ravens. And it'll be declined.
Illegal formation. Offense. Number 75, not on the line of scrimmage. Penalties decline. 4th down.
When you take a look at this zone blitz, what you're going to get out of this deal right here is you're going to get Shelton Quarles come on the blitz, and then Spires drop back into coverage. Also, Rondé Barber's going to be right there. Oh, does he get picked up? That's you hear a lot about that zone blitz and what it comes from and what do they do with it. It's a good example.
7th punt for Dave Zastadil, way up in the air. Carl Williams waits for a fair catch, takes it around the 13-yard line. And once again, the Ravens fail to get anything going late in the game. Tampa Bay in control.
Design our cars, we don't see sheet metal. We see the people who may one day drive them. Introducing the redesigned L, the View, and the all-new Ion. It's different in a Saturn.
Bullseye wins it.
Woo! That's what I'm talking about! Sweet nectar of life! Boo! Yeah!
Just tasted new Sam Adams Light, the first great tasting light beer. Shockingly great taste.
Yeah!
Someone's developed a micro device
created to be the perfect killer.
Injectable. One touch of a button, you can give a head a state of heart attack.
It will take 2 extreme agents to stop it. Antonio Banderas, Agent X.
That's how I deal with stress.
Lucy Liu, Agent Sever.
My turn.
Ballistic, X versus Sever. Rated R. Starts this Friday.
Sports' biggest month of the year starts October 1st. Only on Fox.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by Saturn, makers of The View, the redesigned L Series, and coming this fall, the all-new Ion.
Johnny Unitas, prior to the game, you saw the marching band. They marched out onto the field and formed the number 19. Great memories. They played the Colts fight song and the fans cheered. Johnny Unitas was so much a part of Baltimore. They loved him here. To the 14-yard line. 30 years out of the game, but he felt so much a part of Baltimore. Even though the Colts moved to Indianapolis, he stayed here. When the Ravens came back, he became part of this organization, so to speak, as he was on the sideline every week.
They welcomed him, you know. He welcomed them along with Lenny Moore and those guys. Tom Matty, they welcomed them too. They wanted football back in Baltimore. They built such a tradition here with the Colts. They wanted to fight to get it back and support it that it came back.
Big backs in, Cook and Allstott. Allstott cutting back. Ray Lewis is there. Stopped him on the 15. First hit by Ed Hartwell.
When we talk about the history of professional football, how can teams not be in Baltimore and Cleveland? You know, and the NFL did a great job of getting those back.
Ray Lewis. We've said it before, the Ravens defense has hung tough. They've given up some long drives, but no touchdowns against the defense. They've given up 3 field goals. Tampa Bay has also scored on a punt return and a safety. have to get to the 24-yard line, make that the 22-yard line for a first down. It's Aaron Stecker, and he's dragged down at the 17. Ray Lewis with 16 tackles. He led the NFL in tackles last season, a career-high 16 tackles today. So even though we talked about the adjustments he's making, he's still getting involved. Maybe not as, maybe not as the big impact play, Bill.
Those numbers may be a little high. When the coaches go back and grade them, they may be different. But I will tell you this. He works for everything he gets. If he gets close to the ball, that guy is relentless. He'll go through running backs, fullbacks, guards, tackles, whatever it takes.
Big kick by Tom Tupa. Ogden goes back to the 28. Has a good return, and he's pulled down up across the 45-yard line. Ryan Neese, the son of Ronnie Lott. Special teams player, undrafted linebacker, made the tackle. 17-yard return.
What makes bodies in motion remain in motion? What makes what goes up stay up? And what makes what goes down get back up? Whatever it is, it ain't physics.
America trusts America Online to make everything easy.
It's just real simple to keep in touch with AOL.
I love hearing you've got mail.
Instant messages are so much fun.
And now AOL makes it easier to get health information with WebMD.
I discovered WebMD.
WebMD is America's leading source of health information online. Communities on everything from diabetes to weight loss.
Love the chat room.
A site that I trust.
AOL has got it all.
Now's the perfect time to experience America Online. So easy to use, no wonder it's #1. Call 1-800-4ONLINE.
When we design our cars, we don't see sheet metal. We see the people who may one day drive them. Introducing the redesigned L, the View, and the all-new Ion. It's different in a Saturn.
It's Matt Damon and Lucy Lawless versus the Mac Man.
He brought a warrior princess.
Hi.
Oh.
Who will win?
This is gonna be ugly, America.
Bernie Mac's season premiere at its new time, 8/7 Central. Followed by the premiere of Cedric the Entertainer Presents on the new Fox Wednesday.
Chris Redman brings his team up to the 46-yard line. Ray Lewis, Gary Baxter, the Baltimore defense on its part. Jamal Lewis across midfield, a hard hit knocks him down. Shartrick Darby made the stop.
Hey, these guys have to be tired.
Yeah, that's...
I mean, absolutely. Look, take a look at this right here. Look at time of possession. Look at the difference. And if your defense has to be on the field for 35 minutes, I'm in Baltimore, it takes a lot more energy to play defense physically. There's more hitting, there's more running, there's more tackling, there's more just throwing guys around.
Well, we thought we'd see a lot more of this. Jamal Lewis. Fans want the Ravens to throw the ball and get back into this game as time is winding down.
Baltimore's defense has been on the field over 60 plays already. Your average NFL game, about 62 plays. $55, $60 in that area.
Yeah.
That's your average defensive plays. They're already over 60. And they're all taking a breather.
Measurement on the play. Initially, referee Terry McCauley signaled first down, and he was right.
Talking to Brian Billick about, this transition stage is in, the salary cap thing and where they're going. I asked him, flat out, is this a live audition for Chris Redman? because of next year's quarterback class coming out. If you're willing to take all the lumps you're going to take with starting all these young guys and know it's going to be a rough year so you can get better for 2 or 3 years, is this a live audition? He said, absolutely.
They're committed to him for the time being. That pass almost picked off. Brian Kelly. The Bucs have not had any interceptions. They've come close about 4 or 5 times. Rondé Barber's had a couple. John Lynch, Brian Kelly.
Well, they certainly seem to have a beat on things. I mean, this is just an all-out break on the ball. I mean, these guys are tipped off to the routes and to the quarterback. I mean, this may be a case of him, the quarterback, Redmond, staring down the receiver because the routes are getting broken off, and as they are getting broken off, they are getting jumped by the Tampa Bay secondary.
On 2nd and 10, Redmond throws for Heap, and he dropped it as he was hit by John Lynch. Ooh. The ball was there, and Lynch with the big hit breaks it up.
Well, you know, and at that time, look at that. Look how everything is timed up by the secondary. Now, there's no way they could get this much information on a team in the second week of the season. I want you to take a look at the eyes of the quarterback. As he drops back in the pocket, he's going to be looking for his tight end. He's looking at the tight end down the whole time. So he never takes his eyes off the tight end. And for a safety or defensive back, that's key. And I think that's where they're getting the jumps.
3rd and 10. Redmond outside to John Jones. Bounced off one man, and the tight end is pulled out of bounds by John Lynch. Short of a first down. It'll bring up a 4th down. Almost Rondé Barber. At times Simeon Rice. Redmond under pressure, throws, and off the hands of Al Singleton. And again Rondé Barber. And this time Brian Kelly. They came close. Here's 4th down. And 3. And Redmond throws to Todd Heap for a first down. Ravens at the Bucs 26-yard line. 3rd catch of the game for Heap.
Well, here they got in a double tight end set here. And what they did, they cleared the middle of the field and they brought Heap in underneath it. Okay, here's your 2 tight ends. They're going to be sitting right here and here. There's the 2 tight ends. Now, what they're going to do here, Rod Jones is going to come down and bring it down here, and then underneath is going to come Heap. See the clearing?
Mm-hmm.
Heap sat down underneath as Jones cleared.
Ricard and Lewis in the backfield. Off the play fake, Redmond outside to Brandon Stokely. Stopped at the 21-yard line by Al Singleton. Stokely's 4th catch of the game. He had a career-high 6 last week in the loss to Carolina. Ravens have a bye week next week. Tampa Bay will play a week from tomorrow night against the St. Louis Rams in Tampa. So Brian Billick gets an early bye week. John Gruden gets an extra day to prepare for the Rams.
Brian Billick probably wishes he had a bye week today.
Redmond off the fake, going to the end zone for Ron Johnson, overthrown. Brian Kelly was covering on the play.
No, I don't know if it's due to the conditions today or the pressure that he's been under from this Tampa Bay defense. Sometimes the Tampa Bay defense can get into a young quarterback's head before they even step on the field. They can get into your head well during the week. I imagine you got Lynch, and you got Sapp, and you got Simeon Rice, and you know how fast they get in your face. I mean, because the accuracy today certainly hasn't been there for Chris Redmond, and he is an accurate quarterback. I know if you're watching the Ravens for the first time on television, I'm telling you he's an accurate quarterback. You're calling me a crock, and I don't blame you.
I would never call you a crock. Redmond on 3rd down. Jamal Lewis, first down to the 11-yard line. As the Ravens try to break that shutout, they haven't been shut out in nearly 5 years. We're under 3 minutes to go. 5th catch of the game for Jamal Lewis. We talked about Pittman being a good receiver out of the backfield. Jamal Lewis certainly is an outstanding receiver.
And he did that in the face of a rush as well.
First down at the 11. Pittman. leg cramps. It seems to be okay. It's Jamal Lewis straight ahead to the 5. And finally he stopped as he got close to the 3-yard line. Hard straight ahead run by Jamal Lewis. And another helmet comes flying off. It's Derek Brooks.
Yeah. You know, this offense.
Got to get a smaller size helmet.
I have no explanation for the helmet thing. This offense of the Ravens is you know, remember 2 years ago when Trent Dilfer, they wanted to win those games and they couldn't score a touchdown, Sam? Anyway, they're at the same thing. They scored 7 points in the opening quarter of week 1 and virtually haven't scored since. They haven't been able to do it.
That's right. We've reached the 2-minute warning. Tampa Bay with a big lead on Baltimore, but Baltimore trying to break the shutout.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by Budweiser, delivering beer at its best with the crisp, clean, refreshing taste known only to the king of beers.
We're the only brewer that actually tells the consumer exactly when our beer was made. What has always made Budweiser special is our commitment to quality and our dedication to freshness. You can see how fresh the Budweiser is by looking at the label, looking at the born on date. It's very, very important that that beer gets to you in its freshest form. A beer to be enjoyed with friends from start to finish.
Hey, America, I'm the new 99-cent BK value menu. You know, I got 11 items for just 99 cents.
Let him hit first.
No, I'm not going to get in his way. I know when to shut up. My father always told me, you should be seen and not heard. Who likes chili? Well, that wasn't good.
The all-new BK Value menu speaks for itself. Now, get 11 items for 99 cents every day. And have it your way in more ways.
Hey, can I write a check for this?
I just need to see some ID.
Hold that thought.
Unitas, hi.
Come with me. Okay, so I was in a movie with an extra, Eunice, whose hairdresser, Wayne, attended Sunday school with Father O'Neill, who plays racquetball with Dr. Sanji, who recently removed the appendix of him who dumped you sophomore year. So you see, we're practically brothers.
Tired of looking for ID? Use the Visa Chair Card to get you in, out, and on with life.
I forgot my ID again.
John Gruden nearing his first win as head coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Jonathan Ogden's gone to the bench with what has been called a mild concussion. Ethan Brooks, formerly with the Denver Broncos, signed as a free agent, has replaced him at left tackle. Second down at the 4-yard line. Jamal Lewis wrapped up by Booger McFarland.
I think the whole offense has a concussion.
Ooh, you're getting tough here.
Yeah, you know, well, it's just long time here in Baltimore. That offense, this offense has not been an offense that is really productive. It is really confusing. It's not one that'll hammer it out at you. It's not one that'll use a lot of motions and passing and routes. It's one that just is almost anemic, and you find ways not to lose a game. Let your defense and special teams do stuff for you.
On third down, Redmond throws, batted down, intercepted by Derek Brooks. He's got some room. The chase is on. Brooks has got blockers. Brooks is going to the end zone. Touchdown. The Bucs finally got one. 96-yard interception and touchdown return by Derek Brooks. And the Bucs put the stamp on this game. They have done it all, with the offense controlling the football, the special teams doing a job in putting points on the board, and the defense putting points on the board.
I really feel stupid, Sam.
Why?
I just got done saying that the Baltimore Ravens offense couldn't score.
Gramatica. And it's 25-0. Derek Brooks with the pick and the touchdown.
You're going to see Lynch, number 47. I think he's going to get a hand in this. Watch, he's right. That's Brooks. That's all Brooks. That's all Derek Brooks. Check out Derek Brooks, 55. He looks like he's almost spying. Just floating over there, and he's going to get his hand. He tips that thing up. That's all Derek Brooks. What a play. He just floated. And again, did you see what brought Derek Brooks to the receiver? He drifted that way because that's the way Redman was looking. Look back. If you take a look back at that thing, what brings Derek Brooks over to the receiver? It takes him right over. Oh, there's the first win for Coach Gruden.
That's
and you see who was there? Keyshawn Johnson. Keyshawn Johnson was one of the guys that Sapp as well. That's one of the guys that initially, I don't know if they bought into exactly everything Gruden was saying from minicamp on as he broke down all the stars down there and said, hey, we're all together. Nobody gets any concessions around here. We're all the same. And it took a little while, but now I think every member of this team believes in what Coach Gruden has going on.
Saw that note, second longest return of an interception for a touchdown, 96 yards. Sheldon Quarles had a 98-yarder last year against Green Bay. That's Javen Hunter, the rookie out of Notre Dame, who is ridden back by Dwight Smith. And the whistle stops the play. We're under a minute to go. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are about to celebrate win number 1. A lot of expectations of John Gruden and the Bucs.
Why?
Why? Because he's been successful and he's an offensive guy that they felt they had the defense. They needed the offense to come alive.
Well, I think a lot is expected from you when it cost $8 million and 2 first-round draft choices and 2 second-round draft choices. You better produce.
And he's got a tough man to follow. And Tony Dungy did a good job in Tampa. 4 playoff years in 5 years there. Chris Redmond completes it to Travis Taylor up to the 26-yard line. For the Ravens, a week off next week to regroup and trying to collect themselves. And for Brian Billick, he's told us he's got to emphasize the positive. Try and keep this young team together.
If Brian Billick has learned anything at all,
that's a sack.
Anything at all, he's learned that you can know everything you need to draw up. You can be everything you want, but you are nothing offensively unless you got a guy behind center. And that's where I believe that's where they've struggled here in Baltimore.
Corey Smith, rookie out of North Carolina State, had that sack. That pass by Redmond incomplete. They protected Brad Johnson last week. He was knocked down 17 times. Not today. Good job by that offensive line. Cozy Coleman returning, and Kenyatta Walker, who was inactive last week, and he was upset, and he worked harder during the week, practiced better, and the coach put him back in as a starter.
Well, unless there's injury, that whole statement speaks for itself. You don't go from inactive back to starter unless it was just a disciplinary problem. It's a lesson to be learned.
It was a message sent and a message received by the former first-round draft pick. Time permitting, we will send you to Atlanta for the conclusion of the Bears-Falcons game. Redmond throwing off. Rondé Barber timed that hit perfectly. Broke up the play, the pass intended for Javen Hunter.
Well, that's been the theme for Chris Redmond, and he's a young guy, and I'm certainly not throwing the towel in on him because I think he is a guy that can be good with time. But I will tell you, one of the things he needs to work on is staring down his receivers because he's queuing up the defensive backs for Tampa Bay all day today. They've been there, almost intercepted 5 passes, and then they've been there to rattle people's cages as soon as the ball's gotten there.
16 for 38, 141 yards, and 1 interception. Chris Redmond, the Ravens shut out for the first time in nearly 5 years. Last play of the game. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have now won 4 consecutive road openers. They come into Baltimore and get John Gruden his first win as head coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Bucs control the game. They get contributions from the offense, the defense, and special teams. and the entire NFL and all of us at Fox honor the memory of the great Johnny Unitas. We'll be back.